So, what's up, you guys? Godzilla Fan Freaks here for Kaiju Chill O'Clock episode 20 and the first installment, basically, in what I'm going to call the Graveyard Shift. Have a co-host, special guest. You guys didn't know he was coming back until today, but Yosh is back in the house. Really glad to have him back on the show. We got some fun stuff to show you today. And we got 4 people on in here. I believe Bobby Reynolds already said hi. What's up? Let me make sure we are on live chat so we don't miss anything. And just thank you guys for being here with us. Don't forget to atomic blast that like button. Like always, please comment, like, and subscribe here on the channel. Don't forget to follow Godzilla Fan Freaks over on Facebook, as well as don't forget to follow Godzilla Fan Freaks over on Instagram. And then Yosh, he has his social medias. Leaf Claw Studios over on Instagram. Give him a follow there. Great guy. Great artwork. If you haven't seen what he does already, definitely give him a look-see, and I will let you take it from there.
I am a local illustrator here in Tucson, and I do everything from painting and traditional media, mostly oils, acrylics, watercolor, that sort of thing. I do inks as well. I do commissions. Basically, I love landscapes, portraits, and also a lot of sci-fi horror. So Kaiju is just right up there for me. So yeah, lately I've been working on some Kaiju because this fine gentleman here has commissioned some cool Kaiju to go on this wonderful YouTube show. So another thing that we are partnering up to do is in the next month or so, we're going to be designing our own Kaiju. So in the vein of awesome, giant, strange creatures, we're going to be doing a little bit of that. So we'll talk more about that later. But I am Leaf Claw Studios on Instagram. I also am on TikTok. If you like watching someone utterly fail at social media, TikTok is a great place to find me. I'm also on Facebook as myself, Yosh Reyes. And that's R-E-Y-E-Z. It's easy.
There you go. And wow, you guys, 6 people on in here. Atomic blast that like button too, you guys. Don't forget to do that. 9 people. Just jumped up 3.
They wanted to hear how badly I do on TikTok.
You guys are killing it already. Thank you all for being here for the first ever, still Kaiju Chill O'Clock episode 20, but this is the Graveyard Shift. And just so I cover the basis, since we have enough people on in here, don't forget to comment down below. Would you like to see the Graveyard Shift every 5 episodes? Or would you like to see it every 10? Whichever one gets the more votes, that's what I'll end up going with in the end. I'm just going to let you guys know that the Graveyard Shift already has 2 votes. So, or the Graveyard Shift already has 2 votes. Every 5 episode already has 2 votes. So, every 5 episodes is winning so far. So, if you guys want to continue to see this, and remember, the Graveyard Shift is only going to be specifically here on YouTube, but it's going to extend an extra hour. So, Graveyard Shift, only a YouTube show, but it's going to be 3 hours long.
A 3-hour show.
Little Gilligan's Island in there. And but Reptile 7876, thank you for being here. Zillafan 85, I'm glad you're here, buddy. I hope this all works out for everyone, and you'll get to see all the crazy lights behind us.
Godzilla Train.
Godzilla Train, that's Adrian. What's up? What's going on? And then Godzilla Train already said every 5, so we have 3 votes for every 5.
Not to spoil the democracy, but I kind of like the every 5 too, because I think there's some people who they want to tune in more, but it's hard if it's during the work hours.
Yep.
So that'd be kind of cool.
No, that's awesome. So
we'll see how it plays out.
I'll put you down for a vote. So we already got 4 with Yosh for every 5. So that's pretty good, you guys. Not only do I work around my schedule and whatnot, but I want to bring you guys what you guys want. You guys want every 5 episodes? All right, let's do the Graveyard Shift every 5. That's not a problem whatsoever to do. Reptile 7876, 5. There we go.
All right.
See, this is just to add a little more engagement with you guys as well. And then Bobby Reynolds, I'm watching 3 live streams all at once. Wow. That, interesting.
Should we call if we end up doing a 1-year Halloween, should we call it the Undead Shift?
And I hope you guys like the thumbnail too. Pretty basic and straightforward, but I think gets the point across. And then Zillafan85, yep, I already got your vote, every 5. And then Lucy Collected, can't stay long, he's at work. So now it's the opposite.
Right. Well,
Jonathan was able to tune in on the show before and then leave like in the middle of it. Now he's only able to.
So thanks for popping in, though.
Thank you for popping in. Even though now it's going to be opposite for Jonathan a little bit.
Right.
But we got some awesome stuff on the table for you guys today. Really cool stuff to show you. Again.
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't mean French fries. I'm sorry. Sorry. He means the ranch.
But, we got the Kick-Ass Light Show going on for you guys. Again, it's the Graveyard Shift, so you're going to see a lot more of those crazy, pretty much almost looks like Gauss's cave from the Showa series behind Yosh over there with all the glowy features going on. But, we got some cool stuff lined up for you today. Again, be active in the chat. Put down, do you want the Graveyard Shift every 5 or every 10? I think every 5 is going to win by a landslide, though. Yeah. And that's not a problem. And what we have on the table today, I wanted Yosh to pick what we're going to have on in the background. And Yosh actually decided to go with the old school Hanna-Barbera Godzilla series, the first volume. So that's what we're going to go with. And go ahead and start. And just so we get like a little bit of a title card, I shouldn't get a copyright, but I'll flip
animation, man.
Oh, I love animation too. A lot of people don't like this cartoon.
I've heard a lot of that, and it is playful, but like I don't know, there's a funness to it.
Yeah.
Like this guy. Yeah. Like, I get it. You're a klutz. I get it.
But that way we got the title card for you guys. We're starting off with Volume 1, and the first episode is the Firebird. So, back to us, and do you guys like the Hanna-Barbera Godzilla series?
Yeah.
Like I stated, a lot of fans really don't.
Yeah, it's pretty divisive, but it's not. I like things that are episodic. What I would love is a new Godzilla. I saw, what was it? Godzilla, was it 0 Point? No.
Singular Point.
Singular Point. 0 Point. I need to sleep more. I need to stop drawing Godzilla and sleep more so I can remember Godzilla. But yeah, like I think some of those have more realism, but I don't know. I just like having more episodes. It's just kind of fun. But
yeah. Alteron Kaiju, what's going on?
How's it going?
And then Lucy Collected, I'm a weird dude, hard to pin down one thing. Hey, that's understandable.
Yeah.
And then Zillafan85 should be fun, like Lightning. I have Back to the Future on the TV in the background and enjoying your stream. I miss the Hanna-Barbera cart. Someone needs to pick back up the license and release the rest of the episodes. Because, of course, Classic Media here only came out with the 3 volumes.
Right.
So it'd be nice to get the rest of the episodes one day, or like a whole collection of everything. I'd rebuy the first half. Why not?
And there were other shows I think that I liked. I mean, Thunder the Barbarian.
Space
Ghost.
Ghost, Johnny Quest.
Yeah.
A lot of those old classic action.
Birdman.
A lot of those old school classic cartoons that are action-y, you know what I mean? And then Alteron Kaiju, let's all sing along to the song. And then Zillafan, he also has a strawberry frosty from Wendy's. Nice. That's what I'm talking about, you guys. Get your snacks, get your food. Just hang out with us and have a good time. Godzilla train up from the depths, 30 stories high.
Bum, bum, bum. Godzilla.
Loosely Collected, I have a print art of that cartoon, and it's signed by Tom Cook.
Okay.
Who was one of the animators for the cartoon and the Filmation cartoons like He-Man. So that's another action-y cartoon that I love, Masters of the Universe.
Yep.
Awesome stuff. That is really cool. I think the only thing I have Hanna-Barbera related is that statue from Mondo that was released. Okay. But it's an awesome figure regardless. I love it. And then Bobby Reynolds, favorite years / decades for video games? Interesting question. You know what? I don't know. I want to say maybe early 2000s for me, just because that's when it really kind of hit.
I'm gonna go to 2 places. I'm gonna go to now and the beginning. For me, a lot of the stuff in the middle, I didn't really have I honestly couldn't afford a console for a long time. So when I was a kid, like I had a Game Boy. Like the beginning stuff was really cool. My cousins, they had a Sega Genesis, and I remember playing Mortal Kombat for the very first time with them, and it was just, like the nostalgia of that never fades. But for now, like getting the graphics on playing a game of Warzone and being able to drop into a map that is, sure, I mean, there's cheaters everywhere, but like getting to drop into a map that big, getting to use cover, getting to like all this stuff. Like I feel like it's never been a better era for gaming.
Yeah.
Except for me at the beginning also.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just me.
Let's see. Godzilla and Godzuki. Yep.
Godzilla. Oh!
And then Bobby Reynolds. What if Hanna-Barbera did a Godzilla cartoon movie? That'd actually be pretty cool. I'd watch it.
I'd watch a Reptar movie, to be honest.
There you go. Yeah, I'd watch
so,
it. Yeah.
See.
Let's bring Reptar back.
Oh, you're playing Mortal Kombat right now. Okay, and funny enough, I'm playing Reptar. Well, there you go.
Perfect, you guys. You guys are setting the mood. Awesome. And didn't throw it out there, but like always, you guys, don't be afraid to ask Yosh or myself any questions if you got them.
Yep.
Once it gets a little bit darker here in the coming maybe next hour and a half or so, we'll really take a gander in the room over there. You guys can get immersed in all the trippy light features and light show that we got going on.
And we might up the lights a little later, and I actually brought some miniature stuff to paint.
Yep.
It's a base, so we're going to be doing a little bit of that, and then like we did a poll earlier, we were thinking, because we're going to design our own kaiju, some original stuff.
Yep.
I've got one idea already on the slate, and we were thinking of maybe asking you all to pitch in some concepts or creature design ideas or special powers, and we can talk about that a little later too.
Yeah, so you guys have any crazy combinations for your own kaiju?
Yeah.
Go ahead and spit it in a comment, and we'll actually write it down on a little sticky note. That won't be a problem.
Could be like a fan-created
And
kaiju.
it could be a fan-created kaiju, and maybe Yosh might just randomly tackle it one day and be like, hey, remember when we talked about this on the first Graveyard Shift episode?
I have never randomly tackled a kaiju. I am 5'7", sir. I have never tackled them.
Godzilla Train, what time is it there? It's, what time is it exactly?
6:12
It is 6:12.
p.m.
Yeah, p.m. So, again, started pretty much always start right on the dot. Never really late for the stream, but yes, it is 6:12. I guess I could have went off of that from our little counter.
I haven't seen that, but yeah.
12 minutes in, now it's going to be 13 minutes in, so. Zillafan85, did you ever see the Rugrats episode of Reptar versus Thorg? Of course, I love the King Kong versus Godzilla nod with that.
I haven't seen it in so long. If I did,
yeah, it's been a long time. So
we'll have to find that.
We'll have to find that clip. And then Lucy Collected, we had a Sears Video Arcade, which was basically an Atari 2600. Then we had an NES. The next console was a Virtual Boy.
Okay.
Then I bought a PlayStation, Nintendo 64. Yeah. After the PS2 and the GameCube, man. Yeah, no.
PS2 was good, but Star Wars Battlefront. Star Wars Battlefront on PlayStation 2. I got that. Yeah,
amazing game.
Yeah.
I'll have to send you his Instagram and whatnot because his collection of retro stuff and he has an awesome setup.
Okay, right on.
Jonathan has a lot of great stuff. And then Alteron Kaiju Super 7 just released a restart. Looks good, but very expensive. What do you mean, Alteron Kai? I don't know what you mean, released a restart. Lucy Collected, most crazy console collection has been gathered up over the last 6 to 8 years. Yeah, you'll have to check that out. Yeah, it has a crazy... Godzilla Train, it's early for... Yeah, well, we're in Arizona, and I know a lot of you guys are on the East Coast, so you guys are 3 hours ahead of us.
Oh, snap.
So by the time we're done with the show at 9, it'll be late for you guys. Yeah. So the Graveyard Shift name is more for you guys than it is really kind of for us.
Oh, wow, I prepared entirely wrong. I brought zombie hunting things. I really botched this.
And then, let's see, Godzilla Train is saying he saw, let's see, Old Battlefront 2 is so good. It is, it's awesome. I'm following him. He said he's following your Instagram account. So
if there's anyone I haven't followed back, just know that I'm terrible at following back. Not because I don't like people, just because sometimes I get so busy that I forget. Or also, one of the things in the algorithm, and I didn't know this for a long time. It used to be anyone who followed me, I followed immediately back. But if you're a freelancer and you're using Instagram, there's this thing where if you have more people you're following than followers, it actually changes how your posts ripple. So sometimes it's like, oh man, I want to follow everyone back, but so please never take it personally. If I do follow you back, awesome. If I don't, I still love you.
Let's see. Zillafan, oh, you're good. Zillafan85, Reptar figure. Oh, okay.
Oh,
is that what you guys are talking about?
Okay.
That'd be cool. That's what he meant, because he said restart. I think he meant to say Reptar.
Okay.
And his thing auto-corrected it.
Reptar smash phone.
And then Zillafan85, refresh your memory with Thor. Okay, yeah, no, we'll look that up for sure on YouTube. I'm sure there's got to be a clip out there somewhere. And then Lucy Collected, I'll be back in a bit. Gotta go grab a sample. Nay, no problem, man. Go do what you gotta do. And then, yeah, that's Jonathan. So Lucy Collected is Jonathan.
Okay, gotcha.
And then I'll send him a DM so he can... Yeah, no, for sure. There you go. And Godzilla Train, yes, it's a huge Reptar. Okay.
And are you asking me? My Instagram account, Leaf Claw Studios, leaf like a leaf, claw like a claw, and studios like studios. But yeah, Leaf Claw Studios.
Zillafan85, check out... I didn't tag him in the story, but I tagged him on the post. So if you go to today's post on Instagram, Leaf Claw Studios, I put his so down in the description of today's post. So definitely check that out on Instagram, and there you go.
Also, this would make a great Thanksgiving episode right here.
Zuki just trying to get not burned by the fire.
Yeah, Zuki was basically hanging off a cliff and his butt was roasting, and I'm like, this is the meaning of Thanksgiving. I was like, don't tell Dad about this. We are telling Dad about this.
And then Zillafan says he's going to check it out when he gets the chance. And Zillafan85, again, if you want, throw a commission this guy's way if you want something specific or you want something made for yourself. He's going to be working on a big project for me for a while. So, but that doesn't mean he won't be able to not work on things in between it.
I have little slots I can do stuff.
Yeah.
I try to charge reasonable prices, enough to, put food on the table for myself and get supplies, but nothing crazy.
So good guy right here, and where do we want to go from here? Again, you guys, questions, comments, you guys want me to talk about a figure? Maybe even later on, something to spark if Yosh wants me to talk about a certain figure. Anything's doable on Kaiju Chill O'Clock. You guys know it's a go-with-the-flow kind of show. Graveyard Shift, all that changes is that. It's basically the same thing, and it's only here on YouTube and for 3 hours. So not much has changed, except for lighting, so very basic things.
He said Graveyard Shift. I honestly thought this was going to be a show where I planned out a will, so I brought paper, a fountain pen. Really, I didn't understand. Okay.
And Fred is with us. Don't be afraid. Fred is with us on Kaiju Chill O'Clock. He's hanging up there in his little cat tree.
Yep.
Fred. Hey, say hi to everybody.
Fred's just like... Do you remember, what was it, that chipmunk? A bowl of Frosted Flakes. Alright.
Damn, I feel like getting a bowl of Frosted. Get a bowl of Frosted Flakes then, man.
I mean...
Go for it.
Many kinds of bowls.
But guys, any questions, comments? Again, if you have a combination for a kaiju, put it in the comments.
Yep. We'll do some cool stuff like figure out powers or like creature types or stuff. But yeah, if you just got ideas, throw them out.
Throw them out, and we'll write them down and everything. And again, you guys want Graveyard Shift every 5 episodes, or do you guys want this every 10 episodes? Again, the Graveyard Shift is going to be a very special Kaiju Chill O'Clock show, only here on YouTube, so not doing Facebook or Instagram afterwards. And a 3-hour show. Right now we have we have exactly 5 votes for every 5 episodes. So like I said, I think it's going to win by a landslide. I don't think anybody's going to say, oh yeah, I want this every 10.
Yeah.
Because then everybody's going to look at them like,
yeah. It's like
get out of here.
It's like going to the carnival with the kids, and I'm like, do you want to do this every 5 weeks or every 10?
It's not even a question.
Yeah.
Zillafan85, I liked the skulls on the thumbnail and the Graveyard Shift title. It's helping gear up for Halloween time. That's
All
also
right.
another thing. Very
All
cool.
right.
Thank you. I'm glad you appreciated the thumbnail and everything. And the name.
Part lizard, part scorpion. Whole thing is a lizard. Okay. 4 lizard legs and 8 scorpion legs between. Interesting. The stinger. Let's see. The stinger and 4 arms first, 2 in hands. Okay.
All right,
Oh,
Bobby Reynolds. That's
cool.
that's a pretty
Cool.
wild start there.
That's cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Lizard scorpion. All right.
And
I
then
do a lot of sculpting. I'll show you some of. I don't have a great example with me tonight. I actually have a maquette that I use for lighting models because if I try to do realistic work, I have to take photos, so I build references basically. A lot of the stuff Alex Ross does and other people do, I kind of incorporate that into my process. But I'll show you guys some of the stuff I built. But basically, we're gonna not only design some kaiju, but we're gonna sculpt them. The sculpting won't be tonight, but gathering ideas tonight.
Yeah.
So very cool.
On future episodes, could
Yep.
do something like sculpting. Yosh could even do like live quick sketches
Yep.
of something.
Yep.
So just adapting to what future episodes. When I have Yosh on, he's not going to be on every episode because schedules won't always work out that way. But it is cool to have you back, for a second week in a row.
Thank you.
And we just added, and again, we just had good back and forth chemistry with what we were watching and stuff. So, really looking forward to continuing to see what Yosh creates. And again, you guys giving him ideas, that's awesome too. And we're just thinking of all these different outlets that we can do since we, pretty much formed this partnership between Godzilla Fan Freaks and Leaf Claw Studios.
And we want to know what you all want to see too, because like you said, we can do live sculpting, we can do live art. Something I was thinking of is and this would be far in the future, but like we designed our own kaiju, we could have mini battles.
Yeah.
And we could be like, okay, who wants to pick this or who wants to pick that side, and we can like roll a d20 and see how they attack or so.
Yeah.
Simple stuff, but we could have like a live game. Something like that. I don't know, just ideas, but
Something fun.
yeah. So
And so, guys, thank you again. Atomic blast that like button, please. We got 7 people on in here. You guys are just awesome. Again, you guys make the show what it is, and I'm just so glad that 20 episodes later, which when you really think about it, is still kind of early on in Kaiju Chill O'Clock's existence.
It's a lot of work. That's good though.
That it's adapted this way and it's caught on this fast.
True.
And finally having this idea of doing a night show for those who may not always be able to tune in during the daytime. And just having these ideas spin in my head. My wife was actually the one that came up with the Graveyard Shift, so I have to give her a shout out for that, because I was like, what's something cool that I could call the night show when I do one? And it was like, Kaiju Chill O'Clock, late show,
Sleep deprivation show.
It's a sleep deprivation show.
Doesn't have the same ring.
Doesn't have the same ring at all. And but she came up with Graveyard Shift, and it stuck from there. And so, guys, I'm excited to do these segments now for you, specifically, or especially, only exclusively, that's what I'm looking for, here on YouTube. So, just to give it that variety, because then I was like, how could I make it more special? And it's like, well, instead of jumping from platform to platform, how about I just do only YouTube? And how about a 3-hour banger show? You know what I mean? Like, why not? So, guys, thank you. It's all thanks to you guys that Kaiju Chill O'Clock is still running. This show could have not caught on at all, and it would have I would have realized how much of a waste of time it was. But thankfully, you guys just enjoy it. You guys hanging out with me, hanging out with us.
Or we all like wasting time. I don't know, but thanks for being here.
We appreciate it.
We have news.
Yes, we do.
You have news, specifically. This gentleman right here, has a baby kaiju living in his house.
Yes.
Kind of for real.
Yeah. Randomly, thank you for bringing that up. No, so a good little story for those of you. I have main people who follow me, through my personal social medias and whatnot. But the other day, I was cleaning up my yard with some weeds and everything, and I found a little tiny tortoise. And I was like, oh my goodness, is it alive? Like, I couldn't tell because I think I turned her over on her back accidentally. But I was like, oh, maybe a bird dropped it or something. But no, she was alive. She wasn't hurt. No blood, no nothing. And it was just like, I had to leave early that day. I didn't know what to do. The wife was already at work. So we pretty much I put her in the tub, put her with some grated carrot, a little bit of water.
Started steaming her up, and lunch was ready.
But no, and what it is, it's a little sulcata tortoise. They're an African tortoise, and it had to have been somebody's pet. How it got out, I don't know. I hope that no others show up. But instead of really just going through everything and trying to find its home, she walked into our lives basically. And so me and my wife now have adopted, and we are now caring for her and looking at all the videos and the research on these turtles, or tortoises I should say.
Camera's coming for you, man.
She's gonna get big, and she's gonna outlive me. So talk about
big.
Yeah. If you don't know what a sulcata tortoise is, definitely Google it, and you'll see what I'm in for. She's like this big now. She's gonna grow to be like 100+ pounds.
Yeah, wait till I give her some mutagen.
So yes, I have a little tiny Toto Gamera. Even though her name though is not Gamera, we are calling her Turnip. So Yoshi's actually looking up a picture right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a male or a female though, and I think what we have is a female. We're not 100% sure, but she fits the description of a female.
So this right here is I don't know if you can see that. Hang on.
I don't know if it'll show up.
There we go.
There it goes.
That's how big these tortoises get.
I don't know. My father and I are actually going to build, over the course of the next few years, we're going to build an outdoor enclosure, because these tortoises like to dig, they like to tunnel, they like to burrow. And I messaged Yost this too. It's like, so is this Gamera or is this Baragon?
Also, since you're building an enclosure, maybe we should name it Jurassic Park.
Yeah. I'll have Jurassic Park in my backyard, basically. Yeah. But we're gonna build a little enclosure, kind of dig our own little cubby system for her, and have a cement mold that goes in it, and then have a mesh steel grate underneath the dirt at a certain level, so she can't dig herself out of the enclosure. Because even though tortoises and whatnot, you own them as a pet and everything, they're still a wild animal, and they're just going to do what they're going to do. They don't necessarily know, oh, if I tunnel underneath this wall and get out, oh, here's this whole open world. They're not going to be like, oh, I need to go back home because that's where all my food is.
They also get into fights. I didn't even know this. They have gang wars.
Yeah.
They're territory battles.
Yeah, the sulcatas are very territorial, and if you have multiples, they can get along, but you do have to be careful because they are known to kill members of their own species. So, yeah. Got a little tiny cute barbaric animal on my hands.
Can I say the name of my troll ogre thing?
Yeah.
So I design creatures all the time, and real quick before we check out comments, I just want to say that I have this troll ogre thing I've been designing that is based off of a tortoise, and it's holding a big club, and its name is Ass Basher, because I feel like trolls and ogres have names like Ass Basher. Anyway, I just wanted something that could beat ass, so that's the name of it. Alright.
Reminds you of Tremors a little bit too with the Ass Blasters thing. That golden name that somebody came up with. Bobby Reynolds, the name of his monster, Corona.
Corona.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. And then let's catch up on comments here.
Its final form is Corona Extra.
There you go. All right, let's catch up on comments. Godzilla Train tomorrow on Monsters with Attitude. We are reliving our own, or actually, yeah, we are
living our own. Revealing your own monster. Okay.
Okay.
Very cool.
Very cool, man.
Very cool.
Looking forward to that. Even though I think I'm probably going to be at work because I got to go back to the grinding stone tomorrow. But hey, I will check in and tune into that if I can. And then Godzilla. Yep, Godzilla.
Yeah.
You can hear the Godzilla roar in the background. Yep.
Yeah.
Zillafan85, if they could use the Godzilla name, they should have used his traditional roar. Yeah.
How's the volume, by the way? Is the cartoon too loud?
Yeah, let us know how the audio is. Like, we don't want to be shouting at you guys or vice versa.
Yeah, we don't want Kaiju Chill O'Clock to sound like we're actually surviving a Kaiju attack.
Yeah. This episode's kind of cool because this monster reminds you of Baragon a little bit.
Oh, yeah,
because
tunneling.
he tunnels and everything.
Right.
A lot of tunneling going on. The tortoise, Baragon last week, and now we got the what's this episode called? The Earth Eater. This is the Earth Eater episode. Let's see. Excellent new kaiju monsters, and yes, those are the Bobby Reynolds. Hey, Godzilla fan freaks. I wonder if it's okay if I would put you in a story, even if it's about you, your friend teaming up with My Little Pony mix. Sure. Why not? Something crazy off the walls. Go for it. That's fine. I'm all up for, and I'm sure Yosh is looking forward to seeing that too in the end. That would be a crazy off the wall story.
Just don't have me be a terrible person.
Same. Zillafan85, it's funny how you said graveyard shift right when Marty in disguise blasted Van Halen in his father's ear. And then, let's see, yep.
Oh, yeah.
Toto, Gamera. And then Lucy Collector, Jonathan's back, what's up?
Wait, are you saying that your tortoise blesses the rains down in Africa?
I don't know.
I'll show myself out.
Chris Zilla, what's going on, man? And slinging slasher. Okay.
All right. I think everyone has a call sign, and we didn't know it.
Yeah, I think so. Zillafan85, you love turtles. That's awesome. She's in good. Yes, she is. She's very. We are very blessed to have her. Even though she was an unexpected pet, we took the proper measures, and now she has a very good home.
Did you make her leave her katana outside the door?
I hope so. It might still be in her shell
It's in her
somewhere.
shell, yeah.
And then you should sing the Gamera song to her. And then the Godzilla train.
Turn it.
And then Lucy Collected, get her riding size and cut back usage on gas. Hey, you know what? From how big she is, that could be a possibility, and she's actually pretty fast.
With as much veggies as she eats, it will not be a gas-free ride.
You know, tortoises and turtles are not really as slow as we grew up them being portrayed. Those things can move. they're not always.
They're like infants. Like, you put them down here, you blink, and they are now here.
Mm-hmm.
They're just, yeah.
Yep. And then Lucy Collected, build a saddle. You know what? Again, if she really gets that big, I don't think I could build a saddle.
Fred will ride her.
Fred would ride her. I don't know if I would be able to.
I wouldn't either.
But I mean, by the time I have kids, and once they get old enough, the kids are light enough that the kids could probably ride her.
Yeah.
So I would have a little outside activity for the kids to do with the turtle.
She's like, this is coming out of rent money. I gave them 3 rides this week.
Mini tank time, yeah?
Yeah.
For like Halloween or something, could dress her up as a tank.
That'd be awesome. Lights. Oh my god. I see it now.
Or like even like Blastoise from like Pokemon or something.
Yeah. You've got hemorrhoids, you've got Blastoise. Wait, that's not how it goes.
Oh man. Let's see. I wonder if she would like pizza. Is she cool but rude, or is she a party dude?
Lately, have you? Did you find a rat in a little cane? So you weren't supposed to kill that one.
Oh man. Oh, but no, she. You know what? This is unexpected, but she's really cool. One of these days, I'll have her like on the show.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like she'll be a part of Kaiju Chill Clock while she's tiny. Maybe eventually into the future for like Kaiju Chill Clock episode 350 something. Yeah, 350, 400. She'll probably be big enough, and maybe we'll do like an outside episode, hang with Kaiju Chill Clock, hang out with Turnip or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, possibilities. The door just totally opened with this new pet. So, as much as you guys love Fred, I feel like I'm gonna have another pet celebrity on my hands.
War turtle, yeah.
And then Lucy collected. Yeah, but if you get the rat, you have 3 more turtles.
That's why he killed the rat. It's a budget thing.
But yeah, no. So yeah, you guys are just doing great. Again, Atomic Blast that like button if you haven't already. And we hope that you are enjoying Kaiju Chill Clock episode 20, the first installment in the graveyard shift with Yosh and myself live here on Godzilla Fan Freaks on YouTube. Again, you guys have questions for us, kaiju ideas, throw them out there, and we'll jot them down. That's what I forgot to do with...
Why don't we set some parameters?
Okay.
So the parameters that I'm thinking, to make this easier, pick 2 creatures, and if you have an idea for a power and a weapon, so like a special. So I like the idea of like a kaiju being big enough and smart enough to actually have its own weapon. So it has like a special. So like that would be for Godzilla, that would be what, the atomic blast basically. And then, you know, for Gamera, that's, you know,
the fire.
Barbecue.
Yeah.
And that's Texan Gamera, right? Yeehaw! So yeah, a special and then like a weapon. So like I'll tell you all about one that I built, and I'm still designing it, but it is a mantis shrimp. That's one part, and it's a chimpanzee. And my working name for it is Shrimpanzee. But here's a cool thing about mantis shrimps. They have a back portion that is armored, and the back part, the tail kind of part, is basically butt armor. And so I saw an illustration of 2 shrimps in a battle, and they have what's called a raptorial claw, and they pop that arm out at the other guy, and the other guy folds up his butt armor, which is called a telson, and blocks the blast, right? And so that's how they fight. So I was thinking the Shrimpanzee, this giant like ape shrimp thing, will have like these knocking hands, right? But its defensive maneuver would be called a full telson. So
I like that.
Right, but I don't have a weapon for it, and I don't have a special yet.
Okay.
So if you think of anything, also like it could be a lightning punch. It could be I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or if you guys have anything, feel free to put something in the comments. But that way, so you guys have an idea of what we're like looking at.
Yeah.
For the create your own kaiju. And let's catch up on comments. You guys slow down a little bit.
Or I'll slow down.
You're good. Godzilla Train, does the cat get along with the turtle? You know what? She's in her own little atrium, habitat box thing, so I don't even think the cats really know she exists. Daisy is out in the front room, which is where the tortoise. Sometimes people get very defensive, like, oh, it's a tortoise, it's not a turtle. Turtle, tortoise, it's whatever. They both got a shell. But she's looked at it, but she hasn't taken any interest. Maybe when she gets bigger, maybe it'll be one of those things under supervision and whatnot, see how they do. But I don't think the cats are really going to care too much. I feel like turtles are like out of their range of like...
Yeah.
Okay, that thing's just weird looking.
They're like, I'm not going to eat it. It's less noisier than the Roomba. So.
Bobby Reynolds, if you could imagine if someone would make an X Plus figure of Godzilla. You know,
That went very.
yeah. Make me as a figure holding an X Plus figure. That'd be
Of
interesting.
you holding a figure of a. Oh man.
Oh, like do that mirror effect of
Yeah.
You know, Rich Iso, Mr. Fresh Vinyl, he actually had somebody 3D print a figure of him. So he actually has a figure
That's
of
cool.
himself. So, you know what? The ideas are out there for that. That is a possibility. Ultron Kaiju, maybe watch the 80s TMNT with turn up a few Godzilla-inspired episodes. Yeah. And then I second the TMT idea. Cowabunga. Lucy Collected, you guys need all books in the Monster Island game and then have a contest.
Oh yeah.
You each create a monster for the game and then the viewers vote on which one they like best. That'd be cool, like if we created like our own like board game type thing. Yeah.
Because basically one of the things I do for a living is creature design. So designing a creature from scratch is something I do sometimes in an hour, sometimes I do it in a day, but usually flows pretty easily for me, but I like reaching out and getting ideas.
Yeah.
Shrimp asked about, let's see here.
Ultron Kaiju, isn't there a shrimp that can punch through steel?
So the mantis shrimp punches so quickly that it actually boils the water around it, and I think it creates like it creates a blast basically. But there's two. There's the pistol shrimp, and then there's the mantis shrimp. The pistol shrimp, I think, hits so quickly that like the sound stuns a fish.
Yeah.
And the mantis shrimp hits so fast that it actually cracks the shells of mollusks. Yeah.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, but it is apparently the fastest punch in the world. It's just from a shrimp. Wouldn't expect that. Wouldn't expect it. But yeah.
I think the title for the fastest punch in the world was Bruce Lee. So
Yeah.
I wonder who's faster. Well, of course, we're not going to be able to tell now, but that'd be an interesting thing. You know, I wonder if Bruce Lee would do that if he was still around. Like, what's faster, the shrimp or Bruce Lee?
I'm gonna go with the shrimp. Not just because Bruce Lee has passed. This is the graveyard shift where all things are possible. But no, Bruce, stop. No, but apparently it's like it goes faster than like any. I'm gonna look up the stats. We have to find this out while other people are commenting.
It's a crazy world we live in.
Yep.
My tortoise kills other members of her species, possibly. They are known to do that. They will literally consume and eat smaller turtles for territory. And now we got shrimps that can do all these damages. Here we go.
So the peacock mantis shrimp is one of hundreds of species of mantis shrimp that can swing its front appendage or a club on its hand at speeds of 50 miles an hour, which is roughly the same, based on the ratio of how big this creature is roughly the same acceleration as a .22 caliber bullet.
Wow.
So I love Bruce Lee, but by ratio, if he were a shrimp, or if the shrimp were a Bruce Lee,
World's done.
never bring a punch to a shrimp fight. That's the bottom line.
Oh my goodness. Let's see, Zillifan. So there's only about 40 minutes into this, and so far the graveyard shift is frighteningly fun. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. I'm glad you guys are having a good time.
Would you say it's a thriller?
Would you say it's a thriller? Godzilla Train, going to be an awkward conversation once it gets huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zillifan85, the ending fight, The Way of the Dragon, Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris is still one of my favorite martial... Yes, dude. Oh, that fight is so good. And then Bruce was a legend. Yes, he was Ultron Kaiju. He was. I love Bruce Lee.
Pretty cool, man.
Definitely was taken way too soon. Same along with his son.
Yeah.
You know.
I just got to show you guys this real quick. So,
oh, geez.
So when we're talking about,
I just glanced down and I'm like, oh my
that's
goodness.
That's Kaiju material.
100%.
So I'm going to show you what's on my phone. Don't worry, we're good. So, thinking about like creature design and building monsters, nature just has a lot of cool stuff. So the mantis shrimp's eyes are like
Super intense. If y'all can see that, that guy, if he were the size of a building, I have no doubt would break the building. Like,
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
so.
Definitely, yeah. And with its ability, the bigger it gets, that 50 miles per hour only gets
Yep.
larger.
Yep.
And then Bruce Lee was a master taken away. Yes, he was Godzilla trained. He was. But he is immortalized in all the great films and documentary films and stuff that have been done on him.
But I'm sure he could teach the mantis shrimp a thing or two about the 1-inch punch.
Oh, there you go. Just make the mantis shrimp more powerful.
Yeah.
Why don't we? Why don't we?
It's time to train. Can't be a shrimp your whole life.
But yes, you guys, thank you. We're a little over 45 minutes in. And then, just agreeing, Zillafan 85, agreeing with everybody. But you guys, thank you for being here with us live for Kaiju Chill O'Clock, episode 20, The Graveyard Shift. We are having a fun time so far. Every 5 episodes is winning. So you guys will probably see the next Graveyard Shift on episode 25. It's kind of different. Like, for me, again, Kaiju Chill Clock hasn't been around super long, but the fact that it's grown and now into this is definitely a different feeling for me. Like, the whole day today, just because sometimes I'm so used to doing Kaiju Chill Clock on Thursdays or Fridays at 11, it is different waiting out the rest of the day and then doing it at 6. It is a very different feeling, but I'm liking the vibe. I love having the cartoon on right now with all the lighting and everything. We're just having a great fun time. I got all the crazy lights going. I got the flame skulls going and everything. We are in full effect for the Graveyard Shift. And
Zuki is blowing smoke rings. Just really amping up the assault there. His power is being Verizon. Godzilla's like, you annoy me. I feel like Godzilla's relationship with his son is like Picard and Wesley Crusher. It's like, I love you, but just go. There's 30 decks on this ship. Go to any of them.
What do we got here? Lucy Collected just bought some Bruce Lee VHS tapes from Goodwill.
Nice.
Wow. It's crazy how these coincidences of talking about things and then all of a sudden somebody in here is like, well, speaking of that.
It's like we all have something in common.
Yeah, for real. And then Zillafan 85. Roar, roar, that roar. Dude, as much as you would almost want the classic roar in the cartoon, I've grown to love the roar.
I mean, when I go to the gym and people are powerlifting in the back, it's pretty much the same thing.
Pretty much the same thing. And I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I think I'm getting characters confused from different shows. But who actually is behind the Godzilla roar in the Hanna-Barbera cartoon? Fun fact. And if somebody wants to Google it or if somebody knows, I know it's one or the other.
Okay.
Who did his roar was either the guy that did Lurch in the original Addams Family, or it was the guy that did Herman Munster from the original Munsters show.
Okay.
It was one of those, and I don't remember.
Let's see.
I believe so. I could be totally wrong, but I think it was one of those. It was either the guy that originally did Lurch from the Addams Family, or it was the guy that did Herman Munster from the original Munsters is actually the guy who's doing the Godzilla roar. So that just makes me like it more than I already do. Like, I appreciate it. As basic and as plain Jane, and I think a lot of Godzilla fans don't like the cartoon for that reason, but growing up with this cartoon, I love it. It's great. And the figure that Mondo came out with, it basically kind of completes my collection in a way. Having a figure of the Hanna-Barbera Godzilla is just awesome. And then
Let's see who does it.
Man, we got a lot of comments. Sorry, I might be going over some that aren't necessarily questions that stand out. Zillafan85, Godzuki always sounded like Scooby-Doo. I think the guy that did Scooby-Doo did Godzuki. So I think that's probably why there is that connection or similarity, I should say. Lucy Collected loved the lighting, started putting those cheap strips of LED lighting all over our basement. Yeah, you know, when I was stringing my whole room basically, it really wasn't that expensive because LED light strips, they're cost effective. They last for quite a while, especially if you only use them periodically. So it's like, by the time all these go out, it's going to be a long time before I'll have to take off all the strips and then re-strip everything. So not only do you got good life out of LEDs, but you can get 100 feet for like $20.
And they don't really, like you said, they don't eat up too much. They
Yeah.
don't use much power. So.
Godzilla Train should have said that tomorrow's show is about the Godzilla 70s movies. If anyone in the chat wants to check it out tomorrow, that's right. You guys are doing the, yes.
What, here on YouTube?
And then check it out tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Time. And then, yes, Adrian, I would love to be on one day, dude. For sure. We will definitely coordinate that. You know, everybody's doing these live stream shows, guests, you know, Nick Adams with the Monster Report over on StreamYard, what you guys do, the Sci-Fi Nerds, you know, he's got his show that he does. You know, there's all these people who are doing these live shows and segments, and whether they have guests or if they're just running it solo. Oh, I know, isn't it great? No, they're just... Again, you take into account all the work that went into...
Did you see that? Mike Plug. Did you see that name? So Mike Plug was in the credits. Mike Plug is a very famous illustrator. He has done stuff, I think, some Death Dealer art.
Okay.
Like, if you look up that name, you will find some of the world's famous illustrations are done by Mike Plug.
Very cool.
So he was part of this. They just caught my eye. But I totally jumped what you were saying. So you were talking about kind of like we're a community of people who kind of share.
Yeah, and it's not only is Godzilla really active in pop culture again with the movies and merchandise and all this stuff that's coming out and everything like that, but us as content creators with what we've been doing. Granted, we've been doing Godzilla and Kaiju content for years. Again, myself. Going on 10 years of doing this next year, like legitimately making videos. My wife was the one that pointed out, like, you actually already had your 10-year anniversary. It was, I think it was either this year or last year, she said. And when I created the channel, but then I never did any videos until a year later because I created the channel in anticipation of knowing that I was going to my first G-Fest the following year.
Right.
So that's why my first video on my channel is my G-Fest haul from G-Fest 20.
Right.
And so then that's where it really began. So I really consider Godzilla Fan Freaks to really not be 10 years old yet because I didn't start making videos until that was 2013. So yes, next year is 2023, so that'd be 10 years. So actively making videos, yes, you know, it'll be 10 years, but the channel has existed for 10 years already. But I'm starting it from when I started doing content. And so I'm trying to get a video together too for next year when that 10-year anniversary comes down. I think, you know, a decade of Godzilla Fan Freaks is just awesome. And I'm going to finally put together the video that my wife's youngest sister took of the festival.
Oh man, that sounds great.
She took video and pictures the whole night.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I think it's time finally I get that together, and I think that would be a good 10-year,
that's great, yeah.
you know, 10-year video. Let's see. And then Lucy Collected, I guess Lurch, that guy Herman was also judge in My Cousin Vinny, and Jude Crandall in the original Pet Sematary movie. Okay. And then that'll be totally awesome. Yes, that will be a totally awesome episode, Adrian. I'm looking forward to that. Again, I love Showa Godzilla stuff, so I love the 70s movies for sure. Speaking of fun facts, did you know that Peter Cullen, Optimus Prime, did some of the roars for King Kong '76? Wow. You know what? I did not know that one. I did not know that fact. So thank you for that fact.
That is some optimal sharing.
Yeah. And then Godzilla Train is going to be on YouTube.
Luke, yeah.
And then Colton. Oh, there's Cole. I believe that's Cole.
How's
Yeah.
it going, Cole?
What's going on, Cole? Thank you for being here. And then Bobby Reynolds, got my own show, mostly movies and TV show reviews. Hey, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
There's content out there for anybody.
Yep.
You know, again, me with my new tortoise, I had to look up videos on how are they cared for, what's the best things, you know. I mean, heck, there's people, you can look up YouTube videos for how to change things on your vehicle if you need to.
Did you know that the tortoise is already streaming right now? She's already got a stream. She's got a little headset. And sure, I heard her throw the controller at the side of her little terrarium there.
Damn it!
Yeah.
And then Zillafan85, exactly. I set up my channel in 2012. Didn't start making videos until 2018. My first ever video was ranking all the Godzilla films, in case you're interested. That's really cool.
Okay.
I actually did not know that was your first video. I'll have to go check that out, Zillafan. Thank you for that. And then Lucy Collected, still working on making and editing some stuff. I've been doing live chats on Facebook, mostly testing equipment, but rarely gets any views or any numbers in. That's okay, man. You just got to find that right audience. Because there's an audience out there for what you do, Jonathan. Yep. Legitly.
Yep. So,
you know, it'll come along. I'll spread the word. We all help each other out. You know, we're not in competition. We're stronger together than we are separate.
Remember, the only thing in competition with us is the tortoise.
That's true. We gotta be looking over our
She's
shoulders.
playing Call of Duty right now, and she just unlocked Juggernaut, and she's like, "Of course I'm slow and armored. Yeah, that's what I want."
And then Cole ran across BioGoji Super Deformed today. Wanted
cool.
to get it, but it's expensive.
Is that the one with like the larger head and like smaller? Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, those are cool. And then Alteron Kaiju, so touching back on the shrimp. Does anyone know if Godzilla and Ebra? The favorite sculptors line, Alteron Kaiju. I saw on the X Plus group that we actually have a date. They are supposedly shipping that October 3rd. So,
but it's gonna get stuck on that island from the
Oh man, I hope not.
Yeah.
It already got delayed, and it's kind of already been delayed again. So, because it was supposed to be out this month and shipped this month, but now supposedly it's not shipping until October 3rd. So a little bit more waiting. I'm already guaranteed the X Plus Flying Hedra is already going to be delayed because that's scheduled to come out in October too. Unless October is just going to be a huge month and I'm going to have 2 decent-sized boxes show up. Like
that's a good day. Y'all will be here for that episode.
Yeah. For when I do the box days on those, so we'll see.
Godzilla looks like he needs to kind of work on his lumbar support. Like he's like,
yeah. And then Godzilla Train is saying, yeah, it's supposed to be out this month, and it got pushed back. What if you became a? Oh man, I don't know about that.
A turtle farmer though.
Be a lot of work. I would definitely need a lot more land than what I have in my backyard. My backyard's decently spaced, but if these turtles are going to start playing Mortal Kombat, I could come home to something one day that's very scary.
Be like, what, adolescent, average tortoise, adolescent, average tortoise.
Oh no. And then Godzilla Train, Cole, it's only expensive until you buy your first one, then you'll fall in the rabbit hole like the rest of us. Yeah. Well, it probably being on the aftermarket, though, probably doesn't help it either. The aftermarket can get crazy. Like, these figures are already expensive when they first release.
So you mean like buying from someone else? Yeah.
You know, that's why you buy what you like, you buy what you can afford. you know, because you're not going to be able to get every release. But that is my tip to anyone who is a collector. You got to get these things as soon as they are up for pre-order, as soon as they drop. Because if you wait, you're only hurting yourself. So sometimes you do have to bite the bullet. It's like, it is, even though it's still expensive, this $400 figure is better to get now.
And when it's $600.
Yeah, $600, maybe even $800. So sometimes you really got to think about it that way. And then that also makes you think, how much do I want this?
Right. How much does the tortoise want it?
Yeah. And then, thanks Adrian, also getting the Flying Hedra and the Showa Gamera. Oh
Nice.
man, you got that Showa Gamera set, Ultron? I couldn't swing for that. I wanted that so bad because I wanted that 30 centimeter Showa Gauss. I really wanted it so bad. But that Flying Hedra and that dropped at the same time, and I couldn't. I had to go with the Flying Hedra over it.
We have a tortoise suggestion.
And then Godzilla Train just asking Cole, how much was it? Cole, I'm also curious, where did you see it? What store in Tucson did you see it, man? Because it's always cool to see local stuff here. There's some Hedra stuff actually at Zia Records that I have my eye on. And I'm kind of building up slowly store credit here and there. And then, or the points, I should say. And I've taken some stuff down for trade, you know, getting rid of some stuff that I could do without. So I have some trade built up, but there's some Hedra stuff down at Zia Records that I'm like, it's kind of expensive, but if I can help the price a little bit, and then if I wear one of my Zia shirts, I get 10% off.
Nice.
So I'm trying to add those to my collection. They have a large scale Marmot, I think it is, and then they have a CCP. So
I like to get my swag at the source. I go to like LA or
New York.
You know, yeah. It's really, you know, that. Speaking of aftermarket, you know, like I like.
Let's see. Godzilla Train, I couldn't swing none of them. Gigantic Shin is taking all my Dude, but that is one heck of a pre-order, man.
Yeah.
That's one heck of a pre-order.
How big is this?
Well, you kind of see how my gigantic figures are.
Oh, that scale, huh?
That scale, Shin Godzilla.
Mm.
So you got that crazy ass tail that's like
big
bigger
enough
than
to
him.
bump your shin into.
There we go with the Shin jokes. And in remnants of the former Goji Fan 93, when he had his, actually the Shin Godzilla that I have.
I thought you were telling me that because I made a Shin joke.
No.
That there's a guy of whom there's remnants now.
Yes. No. This actually is a thing.
Okay.
His channel and his videos, he does regret just wiping the channel completely because he does wish that, you know, people could at least go back and see the videos.
Yeah.
But Chris was actually, he's the guy, he's Goji Fan 93 formerly.
Okay.
And he's in Colorado. He's the one that he purged his collection.
Oh,
I went to go see him.
Okay, yeah.
His Shin Godzilla is actually the Shin Godzilla that I own.
Dude, that's
And
cool.
when he did his box day and everything on that, he I think he had a skit. And he had like, oh, my shin, you know, like, and then, oh, there's the figure, you know, and he's like, oh, you thought I was talking about my leg.
I have Elbow Godzilla on pre-order.
Oh man, but no, that's a good pre-order though. If there was another gigantic I would add to the collection, it would be a Shin Godzilla because that thing is just crazy. And then, yep, Shin is going to be amazing. Zillafan85, I have to admit, guys, I had a really shitty day today, and I definitely needed this stream, so thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for being here.
Thank you for being here, man. That's what it's all about. Blew him up.
Yeah, you're like, you made a Shin joke. Anyway, so there's this friend of mine who used to exist. And I'm like, what? Okay, his YouTube's gone. Okay.
Yeah, his YouTube's gone. He still has a new one, but the Goji Fan 93 is gone.
Gotcha.
Let's see, and then, yeah, Godzilla Train, that box day is going to be epic. Been looking for a gigantic Shin for 5 years now. Yeah. No, that's going to be awesome. And then saying Albert's got to come by and see it when he's there. See, that's awesome when you guys have local buddies that come over and see stuff. That's really awesome. What if the turtle... watch Alien 3 and throw it into a trash, start smashing on a bed. Jeez, man, you're all over the place, Bobby Reynolds.
Oh, I think he means smashing the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought the turtle was getting smashed. I was like, wait, no, not yet. No.
And then Reptile 76. Yeah, love those shin jokes, dude. Oh man, we kind of brought it back when we did the whole like speed review of all those figures in that video. That was a lot of fun. And then Ultron Kaiju, you bet. Heck yeah, man. So what are we, an hour and 5 minutes in?
Yeah.
Do we want to show the rock?
Oh yeah.
Yosh brought me a gift.
We should change the lighting a little bit.
Change the lighting a little bit.
Cool?
I can change that. That is
All
not
right.
a problem.
Bear with me. I will do an interpretive dance of Gamera being stuck on its back. Intermission. Okay. End of intermission. All right.
So Yosh brought me a gift. He brought me a rock. I got a rock.
Yeah. It's not even Christmas here to got a rock. That's how much I care about you, man.
So you got that Charlie Brown joke.
Yep.
I got a rock.
Yeah. It's not even a real rock. I got you a fake rock, man. All right, so as you all know, I do illustrations, I do art, and if you haven't seen what I do, why? But no, I'm kidding. But if you haven't seen what I do, I love what I do. I illustrate everything from inks, traditional media, stuff like that. So I'm at Leaf Claw Studios on Instagram, quarterly on TikTok, and I think I'll try to get on YouTube at some point and not just listen to remixes of cool songs. But one of the things I have to do to make kind of realistic art is take reference photos and work for models. And so I have this little guy. And it's just a very, very small model, but I needed to kind of get it in the glue fell off. This isn't like a, so when I do like figures and stuff, there's figures that you like have for show, and then there's figures that you have for like work. For me, this is a work figure. I did a little bit of paint on it, but if you notice, there's paint in areas you wouldn't put. Like, what that looks like is shine right there on the shoulder, but what that actually is that I put silver paint there. Silver paint doesn't go there, right? But it looks like there's a highlight. So it's kind of like stage makeup. If you've ever seen like actors after a theater show, their makeup's like crazy, but it's because in the right light, it stands out. And so one of the things I did is I've taught myself how to do basic casting, sculpting, molding. So I make silicone molds. Sometimes I do kit bashes. There'll be parts from like kits that I like, and I'll incorporate them into other stuff. So like this is a piece from a model, and I really liked it. It's basically like a storage drum. And so I made a silicone mold of it, and I cast it in a liquid plastic. So forced highlights, exactly. That's exactly what it is. So and it helps create scale and stuff. So this was originally, this piece right here, this piece of terrain was actually just like this. This is just liquid plastic poured into a mold, and I was doing a run of those, and so I did one for this gentleman. And so I also have the miniature trees and like mini painting. I use, I'm sure some of you will have heard of this. Where is it? Dropping everything here. Did I bring it? Maybe not. Oh yeah, so this is a common one. Agrax Earthshade. You know, a lot of people use this for Warhammer, 40k, that sort of thing. This is a favorite of mine, Vallejo. Not trying to plug any particular things, but this is a brand that is pretty standard for a lot of stuff like this.
Okay.
But the neat thing about this, do this over my sacred ranch. The neat thing about this stuff is it's basically acrylic paint with sand.
Okay.
And so when I painted this, to make this look a little bit
earthy,
yeah. Right? And also from a distance, I used too much super glue in some leak, so this is just for work. But this thing right here, you know, like I even added highlights on top of the trees so they actually don't just look like tiny little things, but they look right.
That's cool.
So, and I'll show you guys real quick on my phone the picture that I took of this model, and then I'll show you what it's turning into. But there's a whole process, and let's see here. And if I'm missing, me personally, if I'm missing any messages from you on Instagram, just know that I will get back to you. I'm just kind of engaging with y'all in here for now. But thank you for your messages. Y'all are awesome.
Yeah, no, Yosh is really cool. And when I first met him back in 2019 for my festival that I threw, I only knew him to do, you know, paintings and different styles and stuff. I had no idea that he was this invested in casting and molding, and
It's
so
it's a new
really
development,
cool, man.
actually. It's new. Thank you.
So no, that's really cool.
So just to kind of give you guys an idea,
We'll take a second to focus here, but this is the photo I took, and I took it from a low angle, and you can see the modeling and the trees and stuff, and I wanted to get some sky in the background, and you know, what I do with this picture is then I make a painting of it, you know, and
miniatures made for your photography. Well, yeah, keep in touch. You know, sometimes there's things I can totally make, and if I can't make it, I'll be happy to share, you know, how or send you the right way. I will say some of the materials for making your own custom molds, they are pricey. I had to save up for a while, but like if I could direct anyone, if you're interested in that, is that the Playmates Jet Jaguar? Is that? It's
Yes.
the one I got from Walmart.
Yeah,
so
that's
okay.
the Playmates. Yep.
Yeah. But you know, there's a place down in Austin and also Phoenix called Brick in the Yard, and they do moldings like silicone supplies. So I get jugs of silicone stuff, and it's funny because there's a joke between me and the guy who works in Austin. I'll call them, and you know, 2 jugs. It's a part A, part B, and you mix the mold together. And let's see here. How about an art of
Godzilla using guns.
So interestingly enough, I actually have an ink drawing I did back in 2016 or 17, and I was trying to make a cyborg, and so it looks a lot like Godzilla when he is fighting Mechagodzilla, right when he tears through his like illusion.
Okay.
And you see like the injured cyborg Godzilla. I always thought that was so cool, so I did a drawing of like Godzilla with like a blaster, plasma blaster arm. And it's like Cyborg, so that's awesome. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a funny drawing of there's a very, very famous dinosaur find and a painting of it, and it was called Laylaps, and it shows these 2 like sort of velociraptor size dinosaurs fighting each other. And I did a drawing of a Deinonychus with a revolver, and it's like looking at the other dinosaur, and it's like, you know. So yeah, those are like really fun ideas, like, you know. But real quick to wrap up my whole spiel about mold materials, there was a UPS or a UPS van that would deliver the stuff, and we joked that they were cursed because so before I ordered my silicone, apparently there was an order where the UPS guy got in, and it's horrible, but he got into an accident and it was fatal. And so he died, and everything in the, like it was horrible. And I heard about this, and I'm listening to the guy tell me this, and I'm like, man, that's awful. He's like, and he starts laughing. He's like, yeah, we're pretty cursed. And I was like, what? And then I didn't know what the heck he meant, right? And so I order, and it gets delayed by a couple days, and I look to see what happened, and apparently, and for reference, silicone comes in part A, part B. If you spill it mixed up, it's okay. If you spill a part A that's unmixed, cleaning that, just don't. Anyway, so imagine a UPS truck, those brown trucks with silicone, just part A, just all over the place. So So they had to send me another batch, and this batch is like $300 for just 2 jugs.
Oh.
Before taxes and shipping.
Jeez.
So anyway, be careful when you order silicone. your family may be hexed. But yeah. So anyway, I do minis. Yikes! Yeah.
This
Poster size version of the. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I actually have been wanting to do like a black and white painting of Godzilla from '54. So
Okay.
that's
So,
hit me
hey,
up. Message
Yeah,
me.
Zillafan85 and then Godzilla Train for any like casting of stuff.
Yeah.
This is your guy. Hit him up. I'm sure he'd appreciate the work too.
Sure,
Because again,
sure.
Yosh is totally independent.
Yep.
Works for himself.
This is my day job.
This is his day job. So
Yeah.
you guys giving him commissions that way helps him a lot. So definitely hit him up for whatever you'd like, and he'd be gladly to do it. And he's not going to
Not gonna
overcharge
gouge you,
you.
no.
Not going to gouge you. He's very reasonable.
And also, I do payment plans with people. You know, not the knee breaking kind. No, but really, you know, like I want people to be able to afford art. Like I think about it like this: if I saw my painting on a wall, I wouldn't be able to buy it, right? Like, so I realized that, and I'm like, okay, would I be able to? You know, I'm a poor artist, right? Yeah, but like, you know, if I wanted to get a $300 or $400 painting, I could probably save up for that. $1,000 painting? Probably not. I probably wouldn't do it, right? Is it worth that much sometimes? Sure, but I want people to go home with what they love, and that brings me joy.
Yeah.
You know, I've always had like this like hypothetical, where like if somebody paid me for a piece of art, I gave it to them, and they burned it right in front of me, how would I feel? I mean, I got paid, right, and I would still hurt. I'd still hurt. So I want people to love what they get.
Always love supporting
Hey, thank
artists.
you. Thank
There you
you.
go. So I think you're going to have, again,
Thanks, y'all.
last show, I think there's going to be some people reaching out to you for commissions. So now more
Yep.
commissions. So this is awesome.
And I think Colton, we're working on maybe doing like a Mandalorian paintings or Boba Fett.
Boba, yeah, there you go.
So I got the canvas set aside for you brothers. So you just let me know when. But we got
Sweet.
plans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So well,
Yeah.
since we talked about the rock, and I am thankful.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for my rock. I am going to make it look like the most badass looking rock ever.
So here's options for you. I can, without the super glue, I can paint it for you.
Okay.
Or I can give this to you and you decide how you want to paint it, because you've done some mini painting, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
All right. So what would you prefer?
You know what? I'll take my hand at it.
All right.
I'll see what I can do with
And if
it.
you don't like it,
Easy enough to yeah.
if you don't like it, I'll make you another one, man. I'll make you another one.
So I got my rock.
Merry Rockmas.
Now, since we are on this, let's see here. Bobby Reynolds, I could make fan art of Nicolas Cage with Godzilla. Godzilla as Nicolas Cage's spirit animal or something taking on Willy Wonka from Wonderland. Bobby Reynolds has got some...
You got ideas.
Yeah, you got ideas, man. Very artistic mind, for sure.
Yep.
And you know what? Godzilla as Nicolas Cage's spirit animal isn't too far off, because if you don't know this about Nicolas Cage, he's a Godzilla fan.
He is, yeah.
And
That's true.
there's been people that I've seen who have seen him at conventions where he every celebrity tries to disguise themselves
Right.
and whatnot, but there
He's
are
pretty,
people who have found him, and they asked for a picture, and he's like, yeah, he's wearing a Godzilla shirt,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
has Godzilla merchandise.
Yep.
Nicolas Cage, who knows? Nicolas Cage could be
Yeah.
he could be watching.
Yeah.
You never know.
Could be.
I mean, the other day I kind of heard PewDiePie is also a Godzilla fan.
Oh, cool.
So you never know who could be subscribed and just keep it quiet because they have their own status.
Isn't his drink G Fuel or something
Yeah,
like that?
G Fuel,
Maybe the
yeah.
G stands for Godzilla.
Maybe, who knows?
The human yo-yo has returned.
Okay.
Welcome.
So that's Jonathan because he's going back
Yeah.
and forth and whatnot. But since we're on this segment with The Rock,
Yeah.
I have something for you.
Oh, okay.
I have a couple things for you.
Oh, snap,
Let me
okay.
go. Let me go grab
right.
it.
I will be here.
And so we have a
Doing
line.
the on its back Gamera. Ah.
Suki, get back here! That's not a toy!
Oh, and I
Okay.
gotta show you guys, I will show you all, while we have the lighting, I'll show you all the watercolor I'm working on of Jet Jaguar. Watercolor, people don't often think watercolor as like a serious medium, but if y'all are aware of Alex Ross, Kingdom Come, stuff like that, that level of watercolor is something I kind of strive for myself. So I'll shut up for a little bit, but
Really cool, man. And And again, if you guys missed last episodes, go back and rewatch it or skip through it if you can. Because Yosh did Jet Jaguar originally in acrylic, right?
Acrylic.
He did an acrylic painting of Jet Jaguar, and then but he's retwisting it now into a new piece. And so yeah, we're gonna showcase that here in a little bit, and you'll get to see what he's doing now. Do we want to say what you're doing with it, or do we want to wait?
It's up to you. It's up to you. I can.
We'll wait.
Yeah.
We'll wait until we show the piece. Let me catch up on some comments here, and then Jonathan, the Shell Shuffle, and then Alteron Kaiju. Nicolas Cage is in the new series with Kurt Russell. Would be amazing. That would be cool because that's right. There's a new Godzilla series show. So like the MonsterVerse. They're doing. You didn't hear about that? They're doing a show for Apple.
Now this is a React video.
I think it's Apple, Apple TV or whatever their streaming service. They're doing a Godzilla.
My eyes can't get any bigger.
They're doing a MonsterVerse show, and Kurt Russell is going to be in it.
Yet another thing I need to subscribe to. Remember when they said this would be cheaper than cable?
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, there's going to be a MonsterVerse show coming out.
Very cool.
And Kurt Russell is going to be in it. So.
I like Kurt Russell.
Yeah,
That's
me
cool.
too. So anyway,
Right.
Camera, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right.
You know, I was looking at my collection the other day, and I have my Gamera that was, you know, the shirt design that you were wearing. That figure came from my wife for my birthday.
Yeah, right.
And I was looking around my collection, and I was like, you know what? I don't necessarily need this guy. So now I want to pass on to you, though.
Oh man.
Here
Are you
is
sure? Dude,
X
holy
plus
God.
25 centimeter. The 30
Oh
centimeter
my
came from my
God,
wife.
man.
This though was a G-Fest buy, and even
Are
though
you sure?
yeah,
Oh,
I
geez.
like 96, but I have more attachment to the 30 centimeter because it came from my wife. The 25 centimeter I can do without, and so live reaction. I just
Dude,
wanted to
oh
pass
my
this
God.
on to you.
We're engaged now.
So. Yosh now has an X plus
Dude,
25
thank you, man.
centimeter.
Thank
You're welcome,
you.
bud.
Thank you. Wow. Holy dude, that is. Wow. I'm gonna have to be an indentured servant for like a year at least.
So
This is great, man.
you know,
Holy mercy.
the other day it was I
Wow.
was looking at my collection, and it's like
Jesus.
I could take this to Zia Records and get more store credit, but I was like, you know what? I
Yeah.
wanna
Oh,
give it
man.
to somebody, and it's like he likes Gamera. Why not give him a very high quality, good
Jeez.
Gamera model?
This is
And-
gonna turn into a painting. I mean, you know that.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude. Oh, I don't even know what to say other than like, thank you.
And that just really makes it more funny, like not
Wow.
griping or anything, but I got a rock. There you
It's
go.
not even big enough to put camera on.
And as a little bonus,
God, dude.
here's a little Bandai Creations Rodan.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's like
Oh, that is so cool.
where I had Rodan at, I really didn't like it, and
Yeah.
it's like I have other Rodans that I like a little bit better, and it's like again I could have took it to Zia's, but it's like I would rather
Dude,
I'd rather give it to somebody who's gonna value it versus it just sitting on a store shelf somewhere, you know. So
Also, I just want to say, like, this is something not only about like buying local, but knowing people. Like,
yeah,
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, because this is just human kindness and like generosity and like appreciation and I know this is quite a model because I've had my eye on this model, not yours specifically, but like no, but I've had this make. I've had my eye on this for a while, and you know I saw it on Amazon, and I was like, man, I can't, you know, like I'll get the little one, I'll get, you know, and holy wow.
yeah. No, it's and I have plenty of other Gameras, and again, it's like I want these. Like if I ever do give away anything to somebody, and I've done that locally to other Godzilla collectors too. When I did the very first festival for Tucson back in 2019, I took stuff from my own collection to have as like prizes for the show. So this isn't the first time I've done this, you know, giving stuff away from my own collection. And I just know that you really like Gamera.
I do, man.
And that 25 centimeter, I got it for a Ganga deal because that came from another collector. He gave me a really good deal on it. And it was just like, you know what, I'm going to pass this on to somebody. I love it, but I know somebody who's going to appreciate it a lot more. And yeah.
So, just so you know, in the next year or so, or less, there's going to be a big painting of Gamera.
There you go.
That's awesome. I also want to bring something up. So one of the things we want to do real quick is over time we're going to be trying to spread the word about this show. And one of the things that helps is when people share the stream, whether it's on some apps are easier, Facebook and Instagram. Instagram's less easy to share. You've got to send it to someone. Facebook's easier to just literally just share it.
Yeah.
YouTube, I don't know, it's so like you can share it to a different platform. But one of the things I was thinking of doing is I have some prints of a painting I did of Mechagodzilla and some prints of Gamera. And these are all from original art, but I made prints of them. And I was thinking we could have maybe like a raffle at some point, or like if you all end up being like the 10th person to share the stream or something one particular time, send you a print, stuff like that. In the spirit of giving, like that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
no, that's definitely something. Have giveaways and stuff like that. It could even be something we can even make it more fun and like who's the first one to answer a comment to a question. Maybe we have a trivia question and then boom, Yosh has this little print that he did. Who knows, it could be a kaiju mashup from somebody's suggestion. You never know. It could anything could be a possibility.
Yeah.
And then
Thank you so much, man.
you're of
I'm
course
like floor dude.
no, that's okay, man. It's like, again, I was looking at my collection one day, and it's like, you know what? Yosh would really appreciate this Gamera. And,
oh my god, my head's spinning,
and then the Rodan's just a little added bonus.
I love them. The textures on those arms are really good. Like, it's hard to kind of see with this kind of like plastic, but it's like really good.
And that's a Bandai. It's a Bandai creation, so it's not Japanese Bandai. It's an American. It's the American Bandai line, but it's actually still a nice figure.
I love it. Oh god. So I was telling Everett here about how some figure makers for dioramas, they use cotton balls to create with LEDs inside to create explosions.
Kaiju bromance.
Aww.
And then Alteron Kaiju, now the addiction begins. This time next year, Yosh will have a room full of I don't know.
I'm gonna buy whatever the biggest Godzilla ever built was, and I'm gonna have to live in it.
There is actually a human-sized Godzilla like statue figure out there.
Is there room for a microwave in it?
I don't know about that. I know it was a 91, and I think the price. I'm trying to remember the price on it. I think it was like almost like 50 grand or something like that.
So I really could live in it.
Yeah, you could. You could probably be hollow. Oh man. And then Albert has given me some stuff, so yeah,
awesome.
That's the thing. Like, it's like as a collector, some people, sell and everything, but every now and then I do like to give back, and that's. Going back to 2019 when I hosted the first ever Tucson Godzilla Festival, that's what it was. I was giving back to the kaiju community. Me as a content creator, as growing up from 3 years old, loving all this stuff. Now, on the ropes of basically hosting possibly my own festival, could turn into a 3-day convention in the future. That for me, that's just, it's, boom. I can't express it. And I threw it together with the help of my wife, some friends, in the matter of months, just a few months. And it was such a good turnout. Again, I took stuff from my own collection to give away as prizes. Was totally free to get in. I think you got one of the little Godzillas did you get one of those?
I don't think I did.
At the door?
I don't know if I did.
I'll have to make you one because
I am quite kaiju.
because for the show I also made 50 little Godzilla like silhouette things, and I put them on angle iron, and they're just like little paperweights.
Yeah.
And I painted them myself. I just
so cool.
I just did them black, and then I did the spines in like a blue.
Yeah.
And it was just a little like, hey, for the first 50 people that show up, here you go, freebie.
I'm sure you all know, but this gentleman is, he works with metal, he does welding,
Yeah.
he does sculpture, and that's no easy thing. That's
No.
a lot of technical skills put in with some strength and patience and eye protection.
No, yeah, for sure. And even with eye protection, I'll still get something in my eye. It always happens.
I haven't welded in like 15 years, but it was a thing.
But no, and so then taking things from my own collection, having them as prizes, and then even we also had there was a trivia contest where I made like a Godzilla trophy, like a full-fledged bigger Godzilla trophy. Again, there's pictures of all this stuff on the Facebook page, and then I think some of it may be on Instagram as well. And then we were going to have a video game competition for like the Godzilla fighters and stuff like that, but we couldn't get that together in the amount of time.
Sure.
So we had to dip that out, and we did a rock paper scissors contest.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then the winner of that, I believe, got the Ghidorah trophy, because I made a Ghidorah trophy.
That's so cool.
And that one I spray painted in a nice glittery, textured like gold spray paint.
I almost brought my two-headed Ghidorah.
So, you know, Yosh has some figures of his own, but now he's going to have a start, and now
They
he's
have
going
all
to
sucked until today.
and now he's going to have to really decide: do I need this paint or these casting or do I want this now? Damn it, Everett!
Right. I have a family. Also, quick shout out if Kat, you were watching, Grayson or Cameron, I love you all, and thank you for caring about my artist ways. So
there you go. That's awesome. It's really good to have people in your circle that support what you do.
Yeah.
And you're
one of them, man. Thank you.
No, I support what you do. You have, Kat and the kids, support you in what you're doing as an independent local artist. It is hard. I know that. My dad knows that, because that's what we are with the whole metal thing. That's what we are. We're not owned by a business or anything.
Right.
And, with my wife and everything, she puts up with all this crap. I'm very thankful and blessed for her to have her in my life, and she's not invested into the Godzilla as I am. She's watched a couple movies, and she gets it. She enjoys it. She's like, I understand.
But has she seen Baragon's Rave at all?
No, I don't think so.
That guy can move. Also, quick shout out to my mom, Tyra. If you were watching this, which you might not, but at some point you might. Thank you. You've been good family. So,
that's awesome, man.
Yeah. Sometimes, family isn't always family. It's people you choose. But my mom has been a good human being to me. So
that's good.
Yeah.
That's good, man. That's awesome. Heck yeah, we're having a good dude. We're halfway through the show.
Holy mercy! Wow.
We still have another hour and a half, basically.
I think somebody said they'd rather hang out with us.
I would. Let's see, Bobby Reynolds. I would rather hang out with you, guys, you and my movie reviewer friend. Yeah, it's cool to. I think he's saying just easy to talk to, just have a good hangout. That's what it's all about. We'd appreciate to hang out with you too. One of these days, who knows? You never know what could happen.
Sure.
Lucy Collected. I need to really start. I'm getting tongue-tied. I really need to start finding some model kits to buy.
If I read them, it's gonna be in an orc accent. I really need to start finding some model kits to buy. Don't get me wrong, I love action figures, but I really enjoy building and painting figure kits. Here's the thing. I'm with you because I'm on that comment real quick. I'm gonna bring out. So being a creature designer, I have to build, like I said, models, and some of what I do, a lot of these are just my own creations, and I try to make things that are iconic but also recognizable. Yeah. And so what I'm going to show you all is just a maquette, and what I mean by that is it's posable, but it's not very finished, and I think that's the thing with action figures. You can move them around, you can put them in different things, but they don't have that finish of like a posed piece. So what I actually had to do with this was a piece.
That's really cool, though.
Thank you. The proportions are a little off.
Wait till you guys see this.
So here we go. So this is a character I designed, and each piece that you see came from an original hand sculpt that I did. I molded each piece with silicone. I casted it in liquid plastic, and then I had to drill holes and wire stuff and, you know, just kind of rig some things together. But this thing is not a finished piece, but it's posable. So if I want to put this in the light and see where the shadows fall, I can totally do that. This thing is kind of part crab. It's got like mandibles.
That's really cool. I like it.
Thank you. And then I have wire built into it so I can hang it from a position, you know, look at it at different angles. And it's got a claw. And these are actually kind of like a warrior race. And I have a comic I'm working on slowly but surely. But as you can see, you know, some of the joints are pretty janky, but it lets me, with the wire, bend it to what I need or do stuff like that. But, you know, if I want to vend at a convention, I have a different version of this that's an actual, basically like a model kit that I built. And my goal with this creature is at some point to refine it and have a kit that I can sell to people.
That's awesome.
And, you know, they can paint it how they want, position it. But I feel you, because the battle between posability or even small size versus like well done, regal, you know, like this piece. This piece is amazing. It doesn't need to be maneuverable. It has a little bit of articulation maybe, but really a piece like this, it's set, you know, and it's perfect just the way it is. And that's kind of the battle, you know, like how good do you want it to look versus how posable do you need it to be. And I had the benefit of, you know, because this doesn't exist outside of me, I had the benefit of making both.
Yeah.
And by benefit, I mean an extra 100 hours of labor. But, you know.
That's awesome, though. I really like that.
Thank you. This is like Mutha. But, yeah. Painted version's pretty cool.
And then Zillafan85, do you and Yosh see my above comment? I'd really love if he might be able to make that for me. I think. Are you talking about the 54? Because I think we did see that.
See.
Yeah. Oh, the 84, not 54.
Oh, 54. Oh, 84. Okay.
84.
I could do something like that. You know, for me, I prefer to like not replicate, because I think the 84 poster was a painting.
Yeah.
And I prefer not to do like a.
It's basically what this is right here.
Okay. That's 93, right? So what I would probably do, like, you know, if I were doing that, is I wouldn't want to like utterly repaint another painter's piece, like everything. But like if you liked how the Godzilla looked in that, I would, you know, like take inspiration from it and, you know, stuff like that. But I could make it recognizable and good, and, you know, I always want to honor the artists who came before me and not be like totally recreating another painting.
Yeah.
But at the same time be like, okay, here's the 84 Godzilla, here's a similar pose.
Yeah.
You know, celebrating it still. So
Yeah.
I could do something like that.
Yeah. And then let's see. Godzilla Train, I'm sure he can, which, yeah, Yosh could. Yeah, just hit him up, Zillafan. He most likely, yeah, for sure. And then Lucy Collected, man, I had no clue that Southern Illinois accent sounded like a Crocodile Hunter knockoff. Who knew? He's talking about your orc or ogre.
Oh, yeah. Actually, this is Iowa. Okay.
And then Nito, and then Zillafan. Yes, it's that throw blanket. Yeah.
I can do the Godzilla for you. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's possible, man. And I think that sounds pretty awesome. Hope you'd be okay with making it his profile pics. Yeah, man. So yeah, just hit him up and then go from there.
Sure.
For sure, man. No, this is awesome, and we actually just finished the first volume.
Oh snap! You want to throw something else on? What do you want to put on?
Man, I have no idea. I mean, we can continue it going with the Hanna-Barbera Godzilla series.
We could take a like an intermission break at some point.
A little, yeah.
Do you wanna, like, I'm out of water.
Okay.
So I can go do that.
Okay.
Did you wanna smoke a bowl?
Nah, nothing like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's
we could unsmoke a bowl.
Yeah. Let's take a little intermission. We can we'll keep the camera rolling.
Yep.
I can actually put you guys in the collection room for a little bit of time. So
That's
and
a moment of zen.
we only have 7 people in here, so that's okay. You know, the comments have slowed down. We're at a good stopping point. Let's get a little intermission. Let's toss in some, replenish our fluids.
Yeah.
And go from there. And I'll throw you guys in the collection room really quick. You guys get to gaze at all the lights and everything. Be like, ooh, pretty. And then Lucy Collected, how long am I going to be on tonight? 3 hours.
So we have another hour and 20 minutes, it looks like.
Yeah, pretty
much. A little over halfway.
Yeah. Yeah, so we still have a little bit of time. And so we're going to be on here for 3 hours. So 9 o'clock our time. And for all of y'all, again, really graveyard shift. It will be late for a lot of you on the East Coast. So let's just take a little intermission. We're going to replace our fluids, and I'll put you guys in the collection room, and we will be back in hopefully less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and unplug you guys, and let me flip the camera around. If somebody has a suggestion of what you would like us to throw on, just let me know, and we can do that. Let's get a shot of Fred here. Fred, say hi to everybody as we go to a little break. Hello? Hi? He let out the littlest. So here you guys go. I'm just going to leave you here. And we will be back momentarily. I think someone dropped a comment. Lucy Collected. So right up to 11 when I'm getting off work. Yeah, pretty much. If that's pretty much the time, that is what it will be. So, yeah, you guys have fun. Don't have too much fun with all the lights.
We'll be back shortly.
And we'll be back shortly.
I'll keep it, because I know some people don't care, some people do. I don't really like driving away. Yeah, rebounds. Yeah. I'm totally down to it. You want to? Yeah, all right, let's do it, man. Well, you don't do it.
Right. What's happening? Going hard here.
Oh man. We're almost back, you guys. Thank you for waiting patiently. How are we on comments here? Let's see here. Thank you guys for understanding. Bobby Reynolds, I'm thinking Masters of the Universe or Rambo 3. You know what? I actually don't have any of the Rambo movies. But Bobby Reynolds, do you mean the live action film Masters of the Universe? Because if you are, you're speaking my language. Unless you want me to throw on the cartoon, which I can do that too. Let's see. The intermission allowed me to take a bathroom break, so I'm kind of thankful for that. Masters of the Universe is a good choice. If we were to say Kaiju related, Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster. Ooh, okay, Zillafan85, I see you. And then we could also go for a horror movie, being as this is a graveyard shift. Yeah, that is a possibility too. I just, with it being a horror movie, I don't necessarily want a bunch of curse words in the background though either, because you know how that can happen. Let's see, and then Bobby Reynolds. Yep. So, all right, guys, it is between this. So for the people who are in here, we got 5 people in here. I think we can get a good poll going. Masters of the Universe 87 film or Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster? Go. Whichever one gets the most, that's what we will throw on. And we are almost back.
Let them fight.
Let them fight. But no Sulcata Tortoise Mortal Kombat in the comments, please. Don't tear each other apart. Let me go ahead and get this
Everyone,
off of here.
I'm back. So I got lost, and by getting lost, I mean I literally got lost. So I'm still new to this gentleman's house, and
He went to go use the restroom,
yeah,
and he accidentally opened up the laundry room.
it has the same kind of door. I just didn't go far enough because I was trying not to walk into the mirror that looks truly so clean that it looks like it goes on forever. So turned in too early, and I was like, this is where I'm peeing. I'm sorry.
Okay, Godzilla Train 1090, Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, Zillafan85, Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, Bobby Reynolds, Masters of the Universe, and then Alteron Kaiju,
One for
Masters of the Universe. Sorry, I just made dinner for me and my wife's friends, so we're eating. Nope, not a problem, Alteron Kaiju, you're good.
that's the movie I want to see.
Let's see here. Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster's winning. Can we have somebody either tie it up or...
Yeah. I'll
or
say Ghidorah.
Ghidorah?
Yeah.
Okay, Ghidorah Three-Headed Monster. That seems to be the winner chicken dinner for the next film.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and break that in.
Okay. I'll do some breakdancing in front of all these valuable figures. I'm kidding. I will not. I don't break dance unless
So
dance.
now that you're pretty much seeing it in full-fledged nighttime.
It is gorgeous. This is. What do the youngins say? This is a vibe. Is that what they say? Yeah. It slaps. Well, I don't speak that. I want to. Like, I finally reached the age where when somebody uses a new word, I'm not aware of what it is. Like, there's that point where it's like, you are, like, hip. And you're telling your parents, yeah, this is what it means. And then there's that point where it's like, you don't keep up anymore. I'm falling behind. Like, I had to look up what bussin' and slappin' meant. Bussin' just means it's really cool. Or it slaps, it just means it's awesome, I guess. So, anyway.
Just give me a few minutes, guys. I'm breaking open the Criterion book, because what better way to watch one of the show movies than on the beautiful Criterion Blu-ray discs.
That's quite a show. I'll be back. Do you need me help?
Oh no, we're good.
Yeah, dude, this is
great.
you can see the glitter too and everything.
This is like a. I realized it was a roller suit. And these people, it's hard because you're taller than me, right? I love it because I love the feeling, because it's like cozy. And I Pretty funny they didn't know. By funny I mean wrong. Okay.
Oh man. I see what you're saying though.
Jesus.
Oh boy, careful! Don't trip on your own canvas board.
All right. All caught on camera. Just kidding.
Well, they heard it.
Yeah. I tripped over a painting, y'all. It happened. All right. There.
All right, we got Ghidra, the three-headed monster, on the
You want to
tube.
grab the camera?
Well, I mean, we can even just vibe in the
Oh, yeah.
in the room and stuff like
Enjoy
that
the
too.
ambiance.
And yeah. So let's see, what do we got for comments here? Anything? And then do Ghidorah. Okay, we got Ghidorah, the
All right.
three-headed monster, on right now, and yeah, guys, this is
Did we lose viewers because of me?
no, we're at 6,
Oh, okay.
so you know we were at 7.
So we did.
But yeah, guys, here's the ambiance of the room at nighttime. This is what the
Oh,
Kaiju
man.
cave look. Yeah,
Oh man.
yeah.
You mind if I take a picture?
Go
Slide
ahead.
it? Oh man, that's great.
So yes, fully immersed in the Kaiju cave. Ghidorah, the three-headed monster, on the tube. We're all set. Rotate that around. A little more zoomed-in picture. Fred here is immersed in Kaiju Chill Clock Graveyard Shift.
That's just a gorgeous soundtrack too.
Oh, it is a great soundtrack. I love the Ghidorah, the three-headed monster soundtrack. It's great.
Oh man. So dang.
And then Zillafan85 says, do Masters of the Universe, since Bobby Reynolds wanted to have that on in the background. Of course. Yeah, next Graveyard Shift. Again, I think every 5 episodes is going to win. So the next Graveyard Shift will be Kaiju Chill Clock, episode 25.
All right.
And so, yeah, we'll watch, I'll throw Masters of the Universe on the tube, that.
That's a fun one. That's a really fun
Godzilla Train. What's my favorite figure that I own? Really tough question, but also really easy. Has to be Mr. Titanosaurus here from the 30-centimeter line.
Pretty dang awesome.
Very good backstory with that figure. Mr. Fresh Vinyl himself, Rich Iso, helped me get that figure.
So neat.
But yeah, nah, this is the ambiance of the Godzilla Fan Freaks headquarters at nighttime. Well, if you guys have seen my collection video, you guys got to see the nighttime shot, because I split that video up into segments to where I had the daytime part of the video, which is where we looked at everything, and then I skipped to a nighttime part of the video so everybody could see what it looks like here
So cool.
at nighttime. And yes, like these are just all the LEDs, no other electrical light from anything else. These are all the LEDs and the flame lamps and whatnot. That is what all this light's coming from.
So dang neat. And I just love how it cycles because you can see each and every one of them in like
They almost show up a little differently depending on the
freaking
color.
glory. Yeah. So you know what this actually reminds me of, and this is a total compliment. I visited Wizards of the Coast headquarters.
Uh-huh.
So can't speak. Sorry. Wizards of the Coast headquarters, and they gave me a bunch of free Magic cards. And at the time, I was really interested in working for them, but I didn't really have what it takes. Still don't. No, but I really didn't have what it takes to work at that kind of level yet. And I was still learning a lot of stuff. And but they had a beautiful painting there, and I'm trying to remember the name of the artist. I'll try to link it, but I'm friends with him on Facebook. Real cool guy. But he had a painting there in the hallway, and it was lit up under this like changing light, and it looked powerful no matter how you looked at it. And this reminds me of that. It's like just all of this array. It's but yeah, at the time it was amazing.
Sweet.
And so this reminds me of that. Like, it's
Yeah.
like really cool.
And I know he's not in here in the chat right now, but if he ever comes back and watches this, which I'm surprised he's not, Nick Adams from the Monster Report, you told me you were going to be here, man. Where you at?
He's been called out.
He's been called out. But no, he's one
Maybe he's
that
handling Kaiju, man.
yeah. He might be doing a report.
Yeah, maybe he's calling us out. He's like, Where are you guys? I did a report.
But Nick Adams from the Monster Report, when when I've been talking with him and his family like to do a lot of vacations and traveling and whatnot. And so he's actually eventually maybe talking about making a trip out to Tucson, because, there's lots of places they can hike.
Yeah.
There's even ATV trails because him and his
part,
family.
What part of the world in?
He's in Indianapolis.
Okay.
And
Very
so
cool.
he was
I've
talking
never-
about coming out to here.
Yeah.
And then even I've told him too, it's like, because, his kids are so great and everything like that, whether, I can put them up here in some air mattresses or whatever, or, if maybe, him and his wife want to get a hotel, and then I'll even tell him, dude, if the kids want to stay here, I don't think they'll be opposed.
Yeah. If I were a kid and I had like a pal who was like, hey, your uncle and I got these awesome figures, I'd be like, well, you're awesome.
And it's funny you say that because they basically do call me Uncle Everett.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I am part of the polling family as well as my own.
Very cool.
But so this is just the ambiance back here, you guys. Again, if you guys want to take a look at something, let me know. If you guys want me to talk about a figure, let me know. And otherwise, any questions you have for Yosh or myself, please feel free to ask. Zillafan85. And actually, before that, Bobby Reynolds. Bobby Reynolds did not like the Kevin Smith Masters of the Universe Revelation series.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm 50-50 on it.
I love the animation.
The animation was really good.
That's really why I'm there. Anytime, sure, narratives, they change.
Yeah.
There's some narratives that you may or may not agree with, but I watch it for the art.
Yeah.
Because the amount of artwork that goes into this or that, I'm just like, yeah.
You know what's cool, too, is the animation was good and the score was really good.
Yeah.
I love the music.
Good voice acting.
The voice acting was good, too.
Solid, But, yeah, I think we all kind of
Yeah.
take so just like with the Godzilla, like you like 62, I like the 62, I like the 54, but I also love some Heisei.
Yeah.
Or is it
Heisei, yeah, you got it right.
I also love some Heisei, and some people don't, and I like the different sides of it. There's more character in the Showa, and to me there's more grit.
Yeah.
Heisei, but I like them both.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no competition
Oh.
because they're so different. But yeah.
And then Zillafan85 saying if I ever come across a 62 Godzilla Monster Arts for a decent price to let him know. I will let you know that.
Yeah.
It is a great figure. There's mine.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Oh man.
And then I was telling Yosh about this earlier, how the lights give off with certain figures. It almost looks like they're glowing. So it's like, look at Gamera's fire.
It's totally. Yeah.
Especially when like the blues hit.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, the blues to the purples. Anything in the UV.
And then.
Because that's fluorescent.
And then this guy right here, perfect. Look at like his blades right now.
Oh man, yeah.
And on camera, look at that on camera.
Oh, dude, that's so cool.
On camera, it looks like they're lit up.
And the kaiju and his veins or whatever. Oh, that's neat. So that's kind of what I did, a paint pattern a bit like that. Kind of like somewhere between that and like Starship Troopers, how they have kind of the streaks on the bugs.
Mm-hmm.
But kind of finding like a fluorescent pattern for these.
Okay.
For the monsters.
Yeah.
Heck, you know what? I'll bring it in. Let's look at it in the
Yeah,
dark.
let's look at it in the dark. Godzilla Train. Heisei is his favorite era, so he completely agrees. Showa does have a nostalgia factor.
Yeah.
And then he's also asking Zillafan if he has the NECA 62. I have the NECA 62.
Ooh,
He's
let's
right
see.
there.
Oh, that's beautiful. Good God.
And then, here's the model.
So yeah, I don't know if y'all can see in the different lighting there, but it's kind of cool silhouette, I think.
Yeah.
And real lumpy sculpting to kind of get across an idea. It's nothing particularly, like super different, but I don't know. It's fun. I like the head. I like that you can go like that.
Yeah.
And the mandibles actually open up.
That is cool.
So it can be kind of like that. It's screaming or something. And then this extends. So it actually is just like a mantis basically, and it's
That's very cool.
kind of.
I like it. I dig it. You know what? It also looks like something out of almost like Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
Too.
I wanted kind of a bug element, and it's also in the story. It's also kind of plant-like. So instead of like so they're small armies, right? Like
Mhm.
almost like special operatives, like small groups, right? Probably 6 or so,
Yeah.
or less, right? And they work together, but instead of building an encampment when they're like going way out into the field, they have a special like set of like plant parts basically, and wherever they sit, like grass and vegetation grows, so natural cover forms and camouflage. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But you also know if they've camped there because of what they left.
Yeah.
So, also not cool.
But yeah, and since the last episode, was really Baragon heavy with what was going on, I forgot to show you, and you probably can see it a little bit better now. You almost can't see it during the day, but from G-Fest, there's the guy that does he almost does puppets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I bought a GMK Baragon puppet. Look at this thing behind Kong. You didn't even see that last time.
Oh,
Talking from a
God,
local
that's
independent
cool.
artist and kind of what you're doing.
Oh, I was like looking around and that's so neat, man.
Let me see if I can.
Oh, that's neat. You want me to move anything?
Nah, I think I can, because I have them on a stand that I made and welded together myself. So you might even be able to see that
I
back
see the
there.
stand. Yeah.
And see how I welded in Baragon in
that's
there.
Beautiful. Here, I got you. Okay.
Oh, I just got to try to fit them through. Chernobyl Alpha.
Oh God, here, let me
Turn-
set this down and let me help.
There we go.
On that side. Okay.
And if you want to set your model
man,
down,
yeah.
and I'll let you work the puppet.
Oh,
It's kind of showing its age now, but it's still holding up really well. But he did that out of latex
That's
and
super cool.
Tape
and paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's neat.
But that's GMK Baragon. That's what he
That's
looks like
so
in
neat.
2001.
Oh man, you can see in the. Here. See
It
in
looks
the
really
light.
cool
Yeah.
on camera.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And he had that on his table, $100.
Wow.
I couldn't pass it up for $100. I was like, I need a Baragon puppet. And you know what? Over the years, I've wanted to incorporate him into the show, but it's kind of been hard. But my wife might actually end up
That's super
doing
cool.
something since she
This
can
makes
have
me want
him.
to sculpt Kaiju.
Yeah, no.
Right.
we can hold it. We can hold on to him for a little
Yeah.
bit. He'll be fine. Baragon's with us, but yeah, no, just so that was a G-Fest buy. And again, I love Baragon. I love the show more than GMK, but I still love that GMK hand puppet.
That is neat. Yeah, that looks real cool. So, time to practice my stand-up.
And then let's
I'm
see.
standing, and my time is up. Thanks, Tucson. You've been great.
Let's see here. Let me catch up on these comments here. Fun fact, Return of Godzilla was technically made during the Showa period in Japan, but it's still considered the first Heisei film. I have
Interesting.
heard that.
Interesting.
And then Godzilla Train, I hate that so much. It's such a switch from Show's films. Doesn't belong in that era. It is true. 85 doesn't really belong in the Showa era. And then I admire the NECA was getting better as they went along. But what a shame that they lost the license. Yeah, it does stink. And then I totally agree with you on... Oh, he's talking to Godzilla Train. And then you can thank Playmates for that one, for them losing the license. Yeah, and then... Oh, yeah, so him and Godzilla Train are... Okay, so we're not really catching up on comments, but thank you guys for engaging with each other. That's what this is all about. Kaiju Chill O'Clock is just awesome. Community. And we were just having a fun time. Yeah, I forgot to show this to Yosh last time. After we were all done, I was like, how did I forget to show him the puppet? We were talking everything Baragon, and it's like, oh, I totally forgot the puppet that I made.
That's super cool, man. Do we know the name of the artist by any chance?
I forget his name. I'll have to send you his Facebook page.
Let's yeah, let me know and we can plug them or link them next
Yeah.
time, 'cause that's super cool. That's super cool. Heck yeah. Man, that is so rad. Alright. Let's see it in the red, because I feel like that's really where okay, we're getting the purple. Oh man.
And then Zillafan85. Yeah, no, it is always fun talking Godzilla with one another. It's great. But yeah, no, 84 is in that weird gray area to where some people do consider it a Showa movie. But I think majority of people do consider it a Heisei because it is the start of the Heisei film
And
era.
It feels
Yeah,
that
it
way,
feels.
right?
It doesn't
Yeah.
feel like a Showa film.
Yeah. I think, so I'll say I think some of the Showa era films are actually my favorites.
Yeah.
More so than Heisei. Even though I may like some Heisei designs, I actually enjoy, there's just I don't know, there's something about
Yeah.
the old movies I like more.
And just so we don't accidentally have a kaiju tumble, I'll just show it
awesome.
here. So here's the stand I made for the Baragon. Pretty basic, but I just welded in the name, and it's kind of hard to see in this light, but it almost has like a smoky effect that I was able to catch with clear coating it
Oh, wow.
and sealing it in, basically. So it
That's
almost
cool.
looks like Baragon burned his name on there with his
Yeah,
heat ray, you know what I mean?
It's seared, kind of, yeah.
And then, just a basic flat plate, couple little tack welds, and then I kind of have a textured, pitted, post, and then a little top on it that he'll go over. So that's what I have
Super
it
neat.
standing on.
That's super neat.
And we'll just set Baragon right over here, and then I'll put him away properly later.
We don't have to risk having a Chernobyl.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a sip of water.
Yeah, no, go for it. I think we'll go back in here. Unless somebody really wants to focus on a figure, let me know,
Oh, you know what?
and we can go back in there.
I want to ask people what they thought of this guy. Here, I want to get some opinions.
Okay. So let us sit everybody back down and
that
ourselves.
My back is getting old.
And let me rotate. And we are back. And how are we on comments? Let's see, Bobby Reynolds, I put the Return of Godzilla in the Showa. Oh, that's interesting. A mix of Showa and Heisei mixed together. Zillafan85, I know this might sound weird, but always wanted to see Godzilla 54 and 84 go up against other kaiju.
like a duplicate team kind of.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. That's not...
If you had a time portal or,
Yeah.
or something that was like, I am different Godzilla.
Yeah.
Let us work together. That'd be.
That don't sound
Yeah,
weird.
I'd watch it.
There's never any weird concepts or questions. Like, this is Godzilla. It's giant monsters.
Yeah.
Anything goes.
Yep.
And then I want to focus on your SH Monster Arts 62. Okay, we can do that. Yosh wanted to talk about something really quick. So we'll pop back in the collection room in a little bit here. We're still doing pretty good. We got 46 minutes left in this stream,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we got plenty of time.
So I wanted to see what you all thought of this creature. Obviously, it's not a very finished sculpture. Here, I don't know. There
Do you
we go.
want the lights
There we
on, or
go.
do you think? No, it actually
I
looks
got some
pretty
cool
good.
green here, but yeah, just what you thought of like the head design. Obviously, I have an actual sculpture. This is wibbly wobbly because I have wires so it can move, but it does stuff like that. But yeah, just kind of what your thoughts were, and love it, hate it, anything in between. So anyway, thanks for looking, y'all.
Yeah. Yosh doesn't mind the criticism. He's
No.
even asked that of me. He's like, "Is there anything you don't like about it? It's
Yeah.
okay. Let me know."
Yeah.
As an artist, that's what we look for. It's like, we want to make what either the individual who commissioned the piece wants,
Or our own vision.
or our own visions.
And sometimes I might disagree with something, but I can at least hear it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I don't just make images, I also make ideas. And ideas can be, evolved.
And then, so let Yosh, how you guys like that little model. Let him know.
No pressure.
No pressure.
I know it's sort of a bad sculpt in a way. It's just more about kind of an idea. It's like a sketch.
So let's see here, Godzilla Train. I actually did a few photo shoots with him fighting different kaiju on his
nice.
Instagram. I think I saw those pictures. And then,
Oh yeah.
I think he's talking about the 84.
Okay.
And then what name would you give that mod? Do you have a name for it?
Yeah, yep. It's so it's part of a military hive structure, and its name is Agmutha, or rather Mutha, Ag, because all of them are just known as Muthas, and the ones that lead a group are named Agmutha. It's like like having a military rank. There's only 2 ranks.
Cool.
So yeah. So it's AGMUTHA.
And then Zillafan, it's cool looking. Do you have any plans to fully paint it?
I have some sketch art I've done of him. You know what? Let me try to pull some up on my phone, and maybe I can hold it up.
Awesome. And then, hey, Gojira851, it's Matt. What's going on, man? Thank you
how's it
for
going?
being here. For Kaiju, thank you all for being here for Kaiju Chill O'Clock episode
Yeah.
20, The Graveyard Shift. we're just kicking butt right now. We're
Yeah.
we're having an awesome
We're
time.
bussing and slapping and no buses have been
Listen.
harmed in the making of this film.
And then let's see. Catherine Owen is asking, do you have any art with him to show?
Oh, hi, Catherine. Well, yeah, actually, so let me show an ink that I got of this feller. So this is, I don't know how well it's going to show up. So this is, it's kind of hard to see, but that's kind of an ink piece I did. That's all brushed ink. So it's just a brush and ink. Yeah, exactly how it sounds. But it's Koh-i-Noor ink on white paper. And as you can see, I'm kind of getting some fun shadows. Each one of those, it's not ink wash. Each one of those is a line. And so I'm kind of following in footsteps of like Bernie Wrightson and other artists who used brushes and ink to like really do interesting shading and stuff. And so that's kind of my work there of that meeting.
It's really cool.
Thanks for looking, y'all.
I like how in the picture there, his wings and stuff.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Right on.
Like
right
that's
on.
like whoa.
Thank you. I might have one more. Oh yeah, I have one more I can show y'all.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, this one is this one I designed to be very kind of high contrast with the inks. So it's very like Conan, the Barbarian kind of stuff, more D&D manuals, stuff like that. But so that's it might be the flip y'all are seeing, I don't know, but
I think it's the flip. Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of fun to see it in that light. But again, all of that is it's lines that, you know, dark spots and then very, very fine lines that create the midtones or the shadows. So you can kind of see on that leg, on this leg right here, there's a light in the shadow, and all that's done with lines and a brush. So I really enjoyed doing this piece. So there will be more like cover art for this guy at some point. But yeah, thanks for looking, y'all.
It's very cool. That's awesome, man.
Thank you.
Again, guys, I don't think anybody here needs any further proof. Give this guy some work.
Thank you.
He's out there, and you know, again, you're supporting somebody local, somebody independent, works for themselves. Guys, that's what we need to more than ever in today's age, you know. And it's like, I'm just gonna plug it because it's just one of those topics. It's like we need to just support those people. You know, it's like quit giving money to these bigger companies, chain names, you know. Oh, hey, you know, maybe somebody mentioned, oh yeah, no, my brother or brother-in-law or whoever, uncle, he's a plumber.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
hey, give him a call, give him the work, you know,
Yeah.
anybody maybe with landscaping, electrical,
Sure.
whatever. You know, there's always somebody that somebody knows in a trade somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, I need something welded or a bracket
Sure.
or something put on or a bumper for my
Yeah.
Jeep, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, who can oh yeah, Everett. Let
Yeah,
me give him a
yeah.
call. He can like have like a bar, create
Sure.
something and either bolt it or weld it to the frame.
Right.
You know, it's always just really good to support people who are local, independent. You know, they're the ones, again, who are going to do the job 110%. You're not going to have something happen 30, 60 days down the road and you either have to replace it or get it fixed again or whatever, you know.
Sure.
Because people who are independent, artists...
Remember that painting I started leaking?
Yeah.
Started leaking. I just sold to that person. 10 days later, it was leaking.
But
I sent them pliers. I was like, this is not my.
But no, people who are just independent, again, they have that what's the word, like repertoire, right?
Okay,
you know,
okay.
like they're going to do the job right
Sure,
because
sure.
they're going to want the next person to be like, hey,
Oh,
I hear
like,
you do,
good, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you know
Having
what
a
I
good,
mean?
A good rapport, a good
Yeah.
relationship. A good, yeah.
So it's like, you know, people who work independently like we do in different artistries, trades, whatever it may be,
Sure.
they're guys awesome. Oh,
Think
we
we
lost
lost-
connection there for a little bit. Hopefully we're okay. I think we're good.
Yeah.
If we glitched out for a minute, sorry guys. But we're back. But anyway, talking about just independent, you know, local artists, people in trade, it's like, you know, they're the ones who you know you're going to get 110% from. You're going to get a good product, job, whatever it is, finished.
Sure.
You know,
And because their art is probably longer than they think it's going to take, but gets finished.
yeah, it does.
It is a slow process, but also I guess I would just say to artists out there, on the flip side of that, you know, from the hiring side and from the commission side, all that is really true. And I think for artists, something that I'm learning is to change what my goals were. And I don't mean to artists it might be like shoot lower, but what I think is if your goal is to work for Marvel or DC or IDW, that's both possible and great.
Yeah.
Right? Those are great things. But I'll also say that know that you don't have to just do that to survive. Like you can get to actually make a community where you are the Marvel, where you are the DC, where you are a group of artists who actually creates cool stuff. And you're going to make a lot of mistakes along the way, and you're going to screw up a lot.
You adapt.
Yeah,
You
you're
evolve.
gonna try to just learn to be better, to be faster, to be all those things. You're gonna have to say a lot of I'm sorry's. You're gonna have to say a lot of thank yous, but you can also have a lot of proud moments.
Yeah.
And you can feel like, hey, I'm doing right by this person, or you know whatever. So I feel like that's also where it is if you're trying to be an artist. Like, shoot high,
Yeah.
but also shoot wide. You know, get to know people. Get to know because you can further a Marvel or a DC or any company, and if you believe in it, Godspeed. But also, like, there might be someone local who wants a painting of this or of that, and it's right up what you want to do, and then you built a community, and then you know somebody, and then they know somebody, and
Yeah.
I don't know, it feels better. It feels better than just like there's a client
Yeah.
1,000 miles away,
Exactly.
and that's good too. There's nothing wrong with that, but you know, food for thought.
And guys, think about it this way too. What we do as content creators, you know, for I think all of us in here, that's not really our main job. Even Nick Adams over at the Monster Report, that's not his 9 to 5.
No.
You know, we do this as a hobby. We do this as a community, and so like think about what we do as art in a way. You know, it's just content, whether it's a figure review, a video react, you know, whatever it is.
Slice of life.
And it's like what we said too, evolving, adapting, changing over the years,
Yeah.
figuring out how to do better. You guys can really see that with my channel, because if you go back and watch when I first started, am I the best? Heck no. Like, you know, I was terrible. But Godzilla Fan Freaks caught on, and then over the years, my method has just gotten better and better. To where now, look, I've adapted. I'm doing a live show that I do every week now, where you guys can sit down and talk with me. I have an intro for different figures, whether I'm doing Godzilla stuff or if I'm doing Masters of the Universe stuff. I got intros for all that stuff, and that's thanks to Nick Adams from the Monster Report. He was nice enough to throw me together those intros.
That's very cool.
And it's, you know, that's just, it's just great to think about that stuff. And again, here I am going on 10 years next year of making videos. And it's just, it's crazy. And I am going to get to the point one day to where it's like, I have all my shelves filled with everything I want. And then basically, Godzilla Fan Freaks might just be a live show every week. You know, anytime though, I've always been open to this. If anybody wants to see me re-review something, you know, something that I reviewed years back when I first started or something like that, maybe you guys want to request a re-review, I'd always be open to that. So, I mean, Godzilla Fan Freaks, I have all these ideas and possibilities in my head for what I'm going to do when I do run out of maybe new figures and stuff, because I'm done buying stuff, you know what I mean? So it's like, I got to think about, what am I going to do when I reach that point?
You're gonna create your own.
Could be a possibility.
Figures. Yeah, but I hear what you're saying. You know. Yeah, absolutely.
And then let's get to these comments, because I think we're falling behind. Guys, thank you guys for being here. Atomic blast the like button if you haven't. We appreciate you being here with us live for Kaiju Chill O'Clock, episode 20, the first installment in the Graveyard Shift. And we're still looking to be every 5 episodes for the Graveyard Shift. So you guys can expect the next night show to be Kaiju Chill O'Clock, episode 25. Zillafan85, I want a well-articulated 76 Kong figure in the 6 to 7 inch range. Probably a most wanted figure for him. Dude, that would be awesome. Kong 76 does not get enough love, in my opinion.
You are on a quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kong 76 is my favorite Kong. I love that movie. I love the modern feel of that movie. I like how it was the same story,
Okay.
but it was set in modern
I
times.
think I saw that as a kid. I don't think I've seen it since.
It was the one with Jeff
Okay.
Bridges,
Okay,
and
yeah.
then it was Jessica Lange's
I think I
first
vaguely
movie.
remember that. Yeah.
It was like her opening debut,
Yeah.
like big fledged film.
Right, right.
And that one was all done with suitmation and
Yeah.
everything that we love, miniatures and
Sure.
stuff like that. And what I like about it is that it's not. It's the same Kong story, but with twists.
Okay.
You know, it's an oil refinery.
Okay.
You know, they're going to Skull Island to
Right.
find oil.
Okay.
You know, it's not a filmmaker
Yeah,
shooting a film
yeah,
or
yeah.
anything. They pick her up in the middle of the ocean, and she was on like a yacht or something that
Okay.
exploded.
Okay.
You know, so that's how she gets tied into the story. Kong, at the end, he doesn't climb the Empire State Building. He climbs the World Trade Centers.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
and so then he's on top. So
Yeah.
you have those differences. That's what I like about Kong
What
76.
planes did they shoot him down with, though?
They had
MiGs?
they had like Black Hawk helicopters with miniguns. Oh, dude, they tear them up.
Oh.
Like if you haven't seen that movie in a long time,
I don't
Dude.
remember all that. Yeah. Okay. It's
The-
time to, yeah.
King Kong's story is sad in the end.
Oh yeah.
Dude, 76. Oh,
That's like the Heisei of
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It's like the
man.
Heisei of Godzilla
Good
because
Lord.
it's practical effects. A guy in
Yeah.
a suit. Black Hawk helicopters with miniguns.
They shot him
basically.
with real bullets. I'm kidding.
Dude, it looks the way they did the effects,
Wow,
dude.
yeah,
like there's
yeah.
blood and
Oh,
splatter,
man.
and it's brutal.
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
like, dang, this is emotional.
Yeah, yeah,
Frick.
yeah.
And then Zillifant, he likes the wings for
Oh,
sure
hey, thank
on your
you.
piece. Yeah, we got to catch up on these
Much
comments.
appreciated.
Let's see. Mark saying Yang made it. It's not articulated, but it's a beautiful 30-centimeter figure.
All right.
It's incredible, man.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome, man. Yes, thank you, guys. Yeah, time just flies.
Yeah.
It's like here we are, a 3-hour segment. We got almost a little over 30 minutes left.
Fog 1980. Was that with the pirates coming in? Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I love that movie.
That's
yeah,
a good
I've seen
movie.
It. Yeah.
Zillifan 85. Appreciate the hard work like artists like
Thank
yourselves put in. I got a
Nuclear Man
couple Nuclear
figures.
Man figure custom made. That's
Okay.
awesome. Hey, that's cool.
Attention to detail. Yeah.
Back,
Ate
make
and
dinner,
watched
wash dishes.
All right, all
Awesome,
right.
Alteron. And then you're killing it. Without you and your channel, I wouldn't be making videos. I love Angry
Aw.
Video Game Nerd, but you're my true inspiration,
Aw,
dude.
that's cool.
Thank you, man. It's much appreciated. No one starts as the best. Everything. Yep. Sucked when we all sucked when
Yeah.
we first started.
You
Yes.
know what? You know when I started all this, I couldn't even walk. Couldn't even walk. And then eventually I could crawl. And eventually I could, you know. And now I'm getting to the point where I can't walk anymore.
Anymore.
So yeah.
It
Uh-oh.
rolls.
Wait, that means I don't got long, huh?
Oh boy. And then Jessica Lange. Obviously, he
okay,
had
yeah.
a crush on Jessica Lange. Yeah.
Kong 76. Okay. Yeah.
Big Jack. Yeah.
All right.
We're just catching up on your comments, guys. Sorry. You guys are on fire. And then 76 Kong has a lot of charm. My wife,
Okay. The
classic. Mighty Joe Young.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Mighty Joe Young. And then they speak Swahili in
Oh.
the film. Yeah, dude,
I
that's
can't
awesome.
see the last. Well, we'll see when it goes up. I
Yeah,
guess.
there
Oh,
it
we
is.
go.
And then Gojira 5-1's just
Oh,
saying
yeah.
to Alteron Kaiju.
Right.
Yeah.
I gotta sneeze.
All right.
Up next, I sneeze. I lost it.
Okay, I was gonna say after your sneeze, how about we flip on the lights?
Yeah.
And then we show the
Oh,
Jaguar
yeah.
piece.
Yeah, so I sneezed before that, not during.
Yeah.
Good idea. Okay.
We're just watching Ghidorah the Tree-Headed Monster, you guys. We got it on in the background. And so if you guys were here for Kaiju Chill O'Clock episode 19, last week episode where Yosh was on with me, you guys got to see his acrylic of Jet Jaguar. Now, we're doing a different piece. Same Kaiju robot. Are you still trying to sneeze?
Yeah, I'm still trying to sneeze. All right. Yes.
So here's the Playmates Jet Jaguar.
Yeah, it comes with trees on the feet. No, but if you didn't see it
Earlier, we'll showcase it again here.
So this was just done really quick in like 30 minutes. You know, it's not great detail. The paint job's 30 minutes. The casting is just the 12 minutes it takes to do it. This liquid, this is what it looks like. And Everett has one that is casted already, but ready to receive paint. And the neat thing about this stuff, though, is that it dries really quickly. So quickly that as you're pouring it into the mold, if you take longer than, say, 90 seconds, or if you lost some time and forgot about it after you mixed it, it's an exothermic reaction, gets super hot, and it dries pretty solid in about 3 minutes, and it takes 7 minutes to do the final curing.
Okay.
It is wildly fast and hot, and it's like, be ready.
That's
So anyway,
awesome.
Yeah, so of this figure, though, I took some reference images, which I showed earlier.
Yeah, so guys, last week when he had the original acrylic of Jet Jaguar, if you guys were there, you get to see that. But Yosh wanted to redo the Jet Jaguar piece in a different style. And not a finished project, but a work in progress, and it is looking great so far. Yosh is just going to get set up here, and he's going to show you guys. And then he's going to tell you what the style is that he did it in.
And you were there in my head too, man. When I wielded my brush, I realized there was not 2 sets of brush prints, but only one. Alright, so let's see here. So I mentioned that I've always liked Alex Ross and the work he does in watercolor. And I'll be honest, I don't know how well this is going to show up in this light. It's good light, but I don't know how well the camera's going to read it. But so this is where I'm at, and I'm going to bring it a little closer. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I can't see. There we go. So that's where it's at right now. That is watercolor, and my goal is always to kind of have a very realistic portrayal with my inks and my watercolors and stuff. So it's kind of from a photograph that I did of the model, and like I said, it might look a little warped because of the angle and the light, but that's kind of where I'm at. That's just the beginning, but I love watercolor. It works so quickly, it works so smoothly.
It looks great.
So thank you. So yeah, thanks for looking, y'all. And so before I forget, the plan with this one right here is I'm making this one a little more graphic, a little more like an illustration and less of a painting. Hey, thank you. So I'm making this one a little more of an illustration than a painting, and what I mean by that is that this one is a little more function over form. And so instead of the whole background being done, this is going to stay mostly white, and or very light at least, because we're going to be using this image for your page.
Yeah.
And so we want to kind of leave the figure to be the thing, and I never really do just one thing for one reason. So this will also stay mostly white, and if you can see some very faint lines going up this way, that will look white on the page, but there will be a strip of UV ink that dries clear, and when this is in a black light or anywhere in there, you'll be able to see that beam glowing.
That is cool.
So that's the plan. So thank you.
That's badass. Okay. You guys are killing it with the comments. And then Alter on Kaiju, see what you did there. Jet Jaguar art belongs in a museum.
Hey, thank you. Much appreciated.
And let's see, you guys were just talking Kong 76 there for a minute. I like that. I dig it.
They're climbing the tower.
They were climbing the tower.
You a Stephen King fan by any chance?
Yeah.
So, you read the Dark Tower series?
No.
I'll have to get you on that at some point.
Okay.
Because all the Stephen King universes, they all tie in there at the tower.
Okay.
And it's a tale about that.
Sweet.
And there's a gunslinger. He's really cool.
Neat. Very cool. Awesome. Yeah, no,
But I was thinking about King Kong climbing the Dark Tower. I was like, well.
And then Godzilla Train, that's amazing. I might have to find you some work in the due time for sure.
Hey,
Dude.
let me know, man. Let me know. I appreciate that.
This is
y'all.
your guy.
Thank you. Ain't no hurry. And something I think I was saying earlier, I don't know that I finished, but with people, like I like to work with people's budgets. Like, say a piece is $200. You know, like I never want you to feel like you have to get all that up front or anything like that. Like, always get a little bit up front for supplies, and I'm just talking shop because this is the reality that like, you know, when people reach out for a commission, what's scary is, you know, like what am I doing, you know? So I like to get like a little bit up front because it respects my time and supplies. You know, it might just be a little bit like I said, like if it was $100 piece, it'd be like, yeah, you know, throw me $20-30 so I can get the canvas and get started, or you know, get groceries that week. You know, that's how it that's how it works, right? But when it's done, that's when you can throw me the rest or whatever. Or payments. I've made, that's the beautiful thing about making work for people you know or your friends or whatever, because it's like, okay, dude, yeah, you can throw me 50 this week, and a month from now, you know, like it doesn't matter. What matters is that you're getting what you want, and I'm also getting that trickle of life, because this is my job, you know. But I find that it's much better to work that way with people, you know. So that's how I do.
No, that's awesome, man. And I'm sure that these guys, they're gonna send you work, and
thank you.
You guys are supporting a really good dude.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all.
And then Ultron Kaiju saying some people don't dig Playmates, but I like them and the prizes. You know what? The Jet Jaguar, it's a solid figure.
Yeah.
You know, I got one.
Yeah.
You know, so
also easy to paint.
Yeah.
Like yes, it's vinyl or I don't know if it's vinyl, it's plastic of some nature.
Yeah.
I don't know much about it, but I do know that it took a base coat and I was able to add like some shine. I used some silver paint and I made it a little more reflective. It's a dirty paint job. It's not like anything super finished.
He looks like he's been through, like, let's say he just got blasted by like a napalm bomb by Megalon. There you go, you know.
Right? Like his shoulders, you know, got some damage and stuff. So I did the same thing with my small Mechagodzilla figure, and it was really, it was a blast.
That's awesome. Heck yeah, man.
I love customizing stuff because I can kind of do a paint job.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Zillafan85, the Playmates Gorosaurus is awesome. I love. You know what? I haven't. That one hasn't popped up. I haven't seen that one in a Target yet. I've been kind of keeping my eyes open for that one, but he hasn't shown his face. I've seen the Rodan, but really wasn't interested in that. Lucy collects it. That's Jonathan. He's back. Don't mind me while I just slide by you and get back in my seat. What did I miss? Well, you might have to go back and watch some of it, but if you just missed, we'll pull it out because it's right here.
I'm painting a thing, and it's in watercolor, and it's of Jet Jaguar, and I'm freaking loving doing it. And I hope that shows. That's my hope. So working on, you know, just kind of keeping it tight and realistic, and then also, you know, a dynamic angle where you're the viewer looking up at this massive robot, and a little hint of background, and there might be a little hint of stuff in the background too. And then when I finish, it's going to have a UV streak of invisible ink up here, and when you put this thing in, you know, under the right light, it's going to glow some eye beams. So
that's going to be really cool. That I can't wait to see that. I am so pumped for that, man. And then loosely, I've seen the Gorosaurus, didn't have the extra cash to snag it that day. Hey, sometimes that happens. I haven't seen any at all. I'm waiting for it to pop up. But guys, we got 20 minutes pretty much on the dot left in the show.
That flew by.
But thank you guys for being here, Kaiju Chill O'Clock episode 20, the Graveyard Shift.
Yeah.
This has been awesome. Guys, we still got 20 minutes left. Questions for Yosh, whatever. We'll be sure to plug all our social media and everything at the end. That way you guys can get in touch with him. And definitely, guys, send this guy your work. You guys are in good hands. Whatever it is you want is in awesome artistry.
And I'm always down to work with you.
Yeah.
You know, like that's the thing. It shouldn't have to be too scary to buy stuff you want.
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't be at all, you know. But no, we're having an awesome time here. Pretty much for the last 20 minutes, I think we should just take away this kind of ugly. Let's take away this ugly light right now.
Yeah.
As much as we like it to showcase our stuff,
I think it's time to showcase the
because
everything.
what's the light that we like? That's the light that we like. That is the light that we like, that we love, especially over there.
Light.
All the show is over there behind Yosh. We'll take another walk in there before the show's over. But
for now, the show is me eating French fries.
Yeah, we still got French fries. I dipped us in some Whataburger today, so.
Thanks, man. That was
Oh
really
yeah, no, we're all set. We were ready for today's show. But we just got Ghidra, the three-headed monster, on in the background. Right now.
By the way, this hand is articulated.
Oh, let me swing it.
It is. You're gonna have to show it if you don't want.
There we go.
This hand is articulated, the little monster hand, and it is now holding a French fry, as was its intended purpose.
That's awesome. Oh man. Oh man, why is it not?
You know
letting
what?
me-
I did not just bring you rocks, sir. I brought you
A little tree.
some tree, I think. Or wait, did I? Yeah, I did. Oh, I did lose some tree. Just face planted.
My comment section was frozen there, but I just got it fixed. Godzilla Train, saddest kaiju death.
Ooh.
Godzilla vs. Destroya, Mothra, and Rebirth of Mothra. Yeah, dude, those are some sad. Yeah, those are some
Yeah.
sad moments. Again, out of all the King Kong deaths, 76 has to be it for me, because in 76, again, that'll next time I have you on the show,
Wait, you
I
got
think.
torn up?
Yeah, the way he got torn up,
Yeah.
and next time I have you on the show,
Yeah, man.
I think that's something we'll throw on.
Yeah.
And because in even the original Kong and in the Peter Jackson one,
Yeah.
when Kong was dying, there was always music, like kind of like sad music.
Yeah.
This one, in '76, there's no music. It's like a weird,
Really?
it's a weird tone.
Whoa,
So when
wow.
he's getting shot up, there's no music, there's no nothing. And it's like
Wow.
when he falls and then rolls off the building, still no music. It's just
Oh.
silent. It's
Yeesh.
dude, yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then, do you have any kaiju deaths that really?
Okay, I feel like it's sad when you see a character like once and it's like, or twice and it's like dead. So like, I thought that Baragon was really cool, and then like he's just not there, and it's like, come on, man. I was mad that Frankenstein won.
Yeah, that's what Yosh was saying last week when we were watching it. He's like, I'm kind of rooting for Baragon.
Yeah,
I don't want.
Frankenstein's over here like, oh, a tree. I'll throw this. Baragon's like, I'm doing my box jumps. I got a beam. I can tunnel through a mountain. You're over there getting like Postmates deliveries of food from the sky people, and I'm over here rooting through the ground with a laser mouth. How am I losing? So
There's
yeah.
Yosh's take on Frankenstein Conquers the World, which we watched last week. Which, again, if you guys know the movie, you guys know exactly what he was just talking about. That was amazing. I may run a live chat from Console Corner. Okay, very cool. And if anyone interested in watching him play old video games badly. So that's what Jonathan's going to do for his live.
All right.
Very cool. Make sure you guys check him out for that.
Okay.
And then Zillafan, Kong 76 for him too.
Yeah.
His death in King Kong Lives, same thing. Yeah. And then also that plummet for Godzilla in 1985 with the oh yeah, when he's going into the volcano and
Aw.
everything like that.
Right.
But he was back in Biollante, so that was always a good thing.
Yeah.
But
so was Biollante.
yeah, Biollante's still out there. Biollante's immortal.
It's
Like-
almost like the Carpenter's, John Carpenter's The Thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, I cooked it. Yeah, but you missed that pea-sized amount that fell off. So. everyone's
Oh
down
my
for it.
goodness. Godzilla Jr.
Yeah.
death. Yeah, his death always hurts. That was Gojira 851. Godzilla Train. That destroyed me the first time I watched it. That time I didn't know the Heisei era existed at that point.
yeah.
Yeah. Seeing Godzilla 1984 basically gave you that feel of Godzilla vs. Destroya. Because back then, we really didn't have knowledge of all these other films. Like,
Sure.
Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla? Like,
Mhm,
when the frick did that? Like,
Mhm.
where'd that come from? You know, back then, you didn't have the internet for those things and whatnot
Yeah.
at that time.
It was
You know,
all kind of a newer experience.
Yeah, every now and then, something would show up at what it was back in the day was basically Suncoast.
Yeah.
There was Suncoast at the Tucson Mall, and every now and then you'd see a new Godzilla VHS on the shelf, you know. And it was just like, where'd this even come from? Okay,
Yeah,
fine,
yeah.
I'm taking it home.
Sometimes I remember like Sam Goody. I would see I would find anime and be like, oh, the Kyber, you know, it's
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's here, they carry it here, you know, I still can't get it, but yeah, it's here.
And then Godzilla 85, yep, made him cry. And then 76 was really brutal, yep. And then no problem, Bobby Reynolds, that ain't a problem, buddy. And then Raymond Burr's speech, yeah, Raymond Burr's speech, dude, is at the end of 84.
I think I just gave a Bill Burr speech a minute ago.
And then Bobby Reynolds, Godzilla's Meltdown, Mothra's Death, Rebirth of Mothra. Yeah, no, they do. They make you tear up. That is true. And Raymond Burr's speech was haunting, magnificent. Yes, it was. And then lastly, we had Camelot and another bigger store similar to it. I can't recall the name. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Before the Hastings and the book.
Yeah, well, now what it is the big one is, of course, FYE. You know,
Okay.
for your entertainment.
Okay,
You know,
yeah.
if you've ever been to the one at Tucson Mall,
I'm not sure that I have.
it's all just pop culture stuff.
Really? Okay.
You know, there's Godzilla stuff, there's
Sure.
horror stuff, anime
Sure.
stuff.
Spencer's has a little bit of that. Too,
Yeah,
like a
Spencer's
little-
melded in.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of stores are just on the pop culture bang. GameStop is another one.
Yeah. Yeah.
GameStop has basically a figure section and everything now.
And you have places that try to keep a little hip with it, like Walmart and Target. They try to carry something here and there.
Yeah.
So.
And then Godzilla Train crying makes you a real man. And then Junior's death was horrible. At least he was revived as Rebirth Godzilla. That is true. And then I love those posters in the Heisei eras. Dude, yeah, all the
there's
posters
some
were
painted
really
ones
cool.
that are just
Really cool. And then bought some Heisei from Sam Goody.
Rodan.
And then Hastings too. They had Hastings.
Yep.
Oh, Rodan's gonna knock over
Oh
Godzilla.
my gosh. He did a Heisei maker.
He did a Heisei maker. Come on, YouTube, give me a copyright strike. Bring it. That's where I'm at right now in this stream.
And it was on that day that Everett realized I no longer have a stream.
Just cut me out. And what are the monsters or bad guys' deaths that made you go, oh yeah, get them?
Yeah. When Baragon was getting, not Baragon, Gamera was getting, he was getting sliced and diced with the laser by Gauss.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, man, you gotta do something, man. Get up, breathe some fire.
Yeah.
You know?
So when
yeah.
Gamera gets the one up on Gauss, that's one that's
Yeah. But even then, it's a hard fight for him. He's struck, I feel like he got some good hits in, but mostly it was like, I am so freaking tired. I am dragging you like a forest animal, like a small, hungry raccoon. I am dragging you up this volcano, and I'm gonna throw you in. And this is the best. I can't even stand. I'm just rolling. I might fall in with you. You know, I was like, God, man, did you not carb load last night? Yeah. So I wanted Gamera to get back. But yeah.
That's a good one. Pretty much any of Gamera's fights, reality, you know. Gamera's foes are complete dill holes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, for real.
What was the insect one? It was Legion?
Yeah, Legion.
Man, that thing was intense.
Legion was intense.
That was a problem that made more problems.
Yeah. Let's see, Godzilla Emerge from Mount Mihara. Guys, we got 9 minutes, pretty much 9 minutes left, guys.
We got 9 minutes to save the world. Oh, here he comes.
There's
Here he comes.
Ghidra.
I love that sound.
Yeah. Oh man, you guys, we're trying to catch up on these comments. We only got 9 minutes left, under 9 minutes now. And then Jonathan's got to slide out. He's saying later, taters. Thank you, man.
Thanks for coming by.
Thanks for coming by. And pretty much everybody's just been discussing with themselves. So thank you guys. You know, we don't have to catch up. We don't have to catch up on much. And then, damn, it's that Seradian agent again from Godzilla vs. Biollante.
Gotcha.
The English dubbing in that movie, man, is hilarious.
Oh, I got a quick question for y'all.
Yeah.
So we were thinking about watching some Guyver anime, and so I actually I have like a screen capture of one of the ones you just like it's really hard to find anymore.
Okay.
And we could like maybe watch an episode of that. But how would y'all feel about like if we watched an animated episode of the Guyver, and we might riff on it, we might just watch it. I don't know. What do you all think about like watching that with us?
That would be cool. I think they'd be down for that.
All right.
So we can plan that for a future show.
Yeah, Guyver art is something I've always wanted to make and have not.
Yeah.
One day, and I might do it in that style.
Oh man, Gojira 51 Guyver anime. I like this guy. Bring him back, boss. See?
Thanks, man.
That's
Thank y'all.
awesome. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yosh will definitely be in future episodes. He's definitely going to be around. Zillafan 85. I love the Guyver.
Right.
All right, there we go. So
I like
we got
the Zoonoids too.
the Zoonoids
they're-
are cool.
Yeah. So thanks.
No,
y'all.
all right, cool, man. So we have a video idea. Godzilla Train. He's never watched Guyver.
You are in for a treat.
You are in for a treat then.
Now there were some movies of dubious value to some. I liked them because of part of my like childhood, but like the first Guyver movie had Mark Hamill in it.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
Right, and he dies a horrible death.
Yeah, he does die a horrible death.
Like it was like John, not John, like Cronenberg. Like Cronenberg was called in that day to do catering and wandered off and was like, "Hey, see Mark Hamill? You're gonna turn him into just a vile, death slug beast." And anyway,
Spoiler alert for
Yeah.
you, Godzilla Train
Yeah.
1090.
somebody dies and it's awful.
Really awful.
And Mark Hamill plays that person.
Yeah. And Catherine Owen,
Okay.
Gigan Wishes, and
Hey.
Anguirus Dreams all night. Yeah. Hey,
Good
thank
night,
you.
Catherine. I love you, baby.
And then
Shout out to Catherine. She is my partner, my person. 3 years and going.
That's
And,
awesome.
I love you and I love the kiddos.
That's awesome.
Good night, y'all.
Shout out to my wife as well. Since we're on that note, why not? Love her very much. She is my rock. Again, she puts up with all this ridiculousness. Going on 7 years together, but 1 year married already. Crazy.
Yep.
I love you so much. Love you, babe. Guyver, very cool,
Dark
brutal.
Hero, yeah.
Dark Hero was an amazing. Oh, I love Dark Hero.
I barely remember that. I need to watch it again.
It's so good. And one day you should take a look on Cyborg 189. Okay, with Jean-Claude Van Damme. All right.
Okay.
I think I saw that movie a long time ago.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
And then Gojira 851, just talking with Zillafan 85. Guys, we got almost 5 minutes left in the stream. Any last minute questions, comments before we really close it out? Again, we'll plug everything for Yosh so you guys know where to find him. Again, you have any commissions of kaiju, fantasy stuff, portraits as well. Even maybe you guys want to rock from Yosh.
Maybe you want to
Maybe
rock.
you want to rock. This
Those
is
about to rock. I salute you.
Awesome. That is perfect. Yes, so this is your guy, and we'll plug that here in a few minutes. We're not out of here just yet.
Nope.
No reason to panic. Let's hope these 5 minutes go by like 5 hours.
World was great. Godzilla versus.
Ooh,
Rex.
we did not actually.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Did you see that little short that Toho put out the other day?
No.
Yeah, it's like a CGI short.
Okay.
And for Gigan's 50th anniversary, they did like a total retool of him.
Oh,
and there's
snap.
like many
Okay.
Gigants. It's not just one.
Oh.
So it's
wow.
like, whoa.
Nice.
So there's our talk on
Wow.
on Godzilla versus
Wow.
Gigan Rex.
I have not, and I need to. I have homework.
And then after watching Neo Genesis and
Yeah.
Attack on Titan, I can
Yeah.
deal with some terrible deaths.
Yeah.
Dude, Guyver's some good stuff. The anime, the live action films. Again, it's all basically that era that I grew up in.
Yeah.
It's practical effects, monster suits. You know, we love that stuff.
Yeah.
That's what we love about all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Well, I got something. We could do it in like a minute or two if anyone wants to do it. Bash two creatures together.
Yeah.
You know, bear, insect, dog, dolphin, I don't care, but something to make a kaiju. What do you think?
Yeah.
If you want.
And then Gojira 851, the Guyver 3 unit. Dude, I love the Guyver
yeah,
3.
yeah.
You know what? Let's just close out this segment. And
Yeah.
well, we're not closing it out this very minute, but we're just going to go to
Yep.
the collection room, guys. Let's go to the collection room here.
Yeah, sorry, I have a collection right here.
And let's just end this segment out. Fred, say hi to everybody. He's like, no.
Fred. He's like, your hand is revolting. Oh, baby.
But Fred was here for us. Oh, yeah. See, there he goes. Now he's...
There you go. He just wants some love.
Yosh will eventually be doing artwork of Fred and make him a kaiju for some Godzilla Fan Freaks artwork. So this is the guy behind it. He's you.
Behind every artist, there is a cat.
Let's see. Fred and Terminator. Ooh.
Fred Terminator. Well, we haven't seen Fred's final form, so I really don't know.
But speaking of Guyvers, there's your Guyver 3
my
unit right
God.
there. And with the light, oh, these guys look
Jeez.
fucking sick.
Yeah, they really fucking do. My eye was a little blurry, and I thought he was holding a trout. And I was like,
He was holding a fish.
he was like, I caught the big mouth.
But
Spotted belly, man, that's cool.
yeah, there's your Guyver figures,
Wow.
guys.
Wow. Yeah, I might have to take pictures one day.
Yeah.
Dude.
But yeah, so guys, we're at like a minute 30 left. Yosh, go for it. Plug your stuff, and we're gonna close this out.
All right. Well, as most of you already heard, I am Yosh Reyes. I do illustrations and paintings, and my Instagram and my poorly assembled TikTok are all at Leaf Claw Studios. So leaf as in tree leaves, claws, and a cat claw, and studios as in what else? So Leaf Claw Studios, and I'm also Yosh Reyes on Facebook. So you can message me whatever form you want, and I don't know. You know, you can send carrier pigeons. But anyway, that's my stuff. And message me, and you know, even if you don't have something you want to buy or commission, feel free to follow along and see what I do. So, and as always, Everett, thank you for having me.
Yeah,
It's been
man,
an honor.
not
It's been
a
an
problem at all,
honor.
man.
Thank you for the wonderful figure. Oh my God.
Yeah, dude,
Man,
not
both
a
of them.
problem. Yeah, no, dude, it's my pleasure, and it's just See, what do we got here? Awesome Grab Boss, and then Bobby Reynolds saying, see ya, have an incredible weekend, you guys. Yes, you guys, have a good weekend. Gojira 851, he just gave you a follow on the gram.
Oh, hey, thank you.
And so we're all set there. And guys, like always, thank you for being here with us for Kaiju Chill O'Clock, episode 20, the first installment in the Graveyard Shift. And
I'm a hobbit.
guys, every 5 episodes, there's going to be the Graveyard Shift now. Only exclusively here on YouTube. No other platforms. 3-hour show. Every 5 episodes. You guys wanted it. You guys get it. So, without further ado, we are Godzilla Fan Freaks. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Atomic blast that notification bell. Atomic blast that like button if you haven't already, you guys. Don't forget to like and follow Godzilla Fan Freaks over on Facebook. And of course, don't forget to follow Godzilla Fan Freaks over on Instagram. That way you don't miss any other segments of the daytime Kaiju Chill O'Clock. And you just stay updated with what's going on, with what Yosh is doing. We're going to both be sharing our stuff back and forth all around.
Thanks for looking at my art too. I appreciate it. It's nice to share that with people. A lot of what I do is alone, and it's nice to share it. So thank you.
You guys, we're gonna close it out here. Let's get Mechagodzilla in the shot with us.
Oh, man.
And we will catch you guys on the flip side. Catch you later. See you next week.
I was trying to do the Terminator